Hello, everybody. We're here. We're here.
Yay.
We're here on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, the time for infidelity.
So much infidelity. So last time we finished off the base of the story, which unlocks like a second part. So we finished the baseline of the story, and I guess it's like a DLC. It's like something extra, which is the mania, which is all of the affairs. As you can see, they're just all affairs.
Hey, Chevy.
Oh, then one marriage somewhere. That we're with two people in this. Hi, Chevy. Hi, Lunas. Hi, Wind.
Wow, Windhoof the Minotaur is here?
It's almost like he's with me right now.
God.
It's almost like I can hear him.
I hear that guy's an asshole.
Well, he is, yes.
He hasn't streamed since the end of last year. God, what a loser.
Now the question, did these... Okay, a lot of these, they split up, so I wonder if this is... They were all, like, married, too?
So what's the pink? What's the pink mean? Because the orange is married.
Pink is infidelity.
Oh, okay.
And split up, obviously. So yeah, we have two on the family tree that got married.
Wait.
What? Yeah, a lot of these, it's unknown.
Who the parent? Oh my god.
Yeah. A lot of these is unknown who the parent is.
Oh my god. That is definitely Miracle.
Yeah, because it's all, like, married people, so it makes me wonder if it's a church thing.
Of course it is. That's, that's just the feature of being a evangelical.
But then you also have the...
Or televangelist. There we
Well,
go.
with the amount of people, I would almost say that if it was one of the miracles, it'd probably be the elder, the first miracle. But I guess it could be him, too, though.
Well, because it gave
us...
us...
they're old enough. Yeah, it could be the second miracle. It could be Miracle Jr.
What are the dates? Because it gives us dates.
Does it?
Yeah, right there. 1975, 1982. So...
Okay.
75. So how old is...
I do not remember. Alright. So these are the notable events. We got the rift. We got the whole Clark thing. The 5 Pez was the one guy that ended up being...
Like, he might be. He might... like, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, because they said that they actually did test him. Because I thought it was even said that they did actually end up testing 5 Pez, and he was. But the other lady, her daughter, wasn't. Oh. I thought I heard talking in the front of the house. Did I misheard? I was like, I can't imagine they'd be home already.
I'm pretty sure there's no talking.
Okay, I'm just losing it. It's fine.
But, yeah. It's like 5 Pez, they were like, he's a Roottree. Maybe he's not. Let's do a test. Wait, he is.
Yeah, so this is all... Yeah, okay, so here's the dead ends, red herrings. You probably should look them up too.
Yeah.
Like there's a book about Elijah Root, Family Man.
Turned out to be propaganda.
No, someone is home.
Okay.
I'm not losing it.
I'll go check.
They're home really early but they had to go to Costco today. Alright. I'll have to hold everything. There's noises. Well, we read through this last time. This is just all the information on the stuff. And this is just that Clark came by. This is all the information Clark gave us. Yeah, 5 Pez is actually a Roottree. I remember because I finally watched it last night. Yeah. Which we need to look up the Bacardi, which was also a magazine. It does show up. Why is that showing up? That's not supposed to show up. Is that showing up? Wait, I wonder. Lunos, can you leave the game and reload it? Can you do that again? I have a question. I just turned something off and I'm curious if that was the problem. Gotta wait for it to finish updating. Okay. Because I'm like looking at stuff and I think I maybe know why it was showing that. Because I do realize I had a window capture. But it shouldn't be... Yeah, it never showed it before, so I'm not sure why it's showing it now. Because always when I captured game, it didn't show... Because wait, does that mean... Oh shit, you see that too? Oh, well that's not good. Why is this showing now? Okay, well, answer is I didn't fix it, because you're not supposed to see this. This didn't used to be shown when I was... Well, that's not good. I can't have this showing. Why is it showing now? What the heck? Okay. Steam showing on OBS with game capture.
Hello. What is up? Are people talking you into playing Civilization?
Right click on, hold on, what? What?
What happened?
It's not supposed to be capturing that, though. Why is it? What if I turn it on?
What are we capturing?
Because look.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be showing up. The overlay is not supposed to be showing up. So I'm trying to figure out... Alright, hold on, guys. I'm double checking. Here, what if I do that? Nope, still showing up. Oh. That is so weird. It is not supposed to be showing that in... Like, there's literally an option in OBS to turn that off, to not have it do that.
I don't know. Maybe there was an update and it bugged out. Is that what you've been dealing with the entire time I've been gone?
Well, we wanted to do a test because it noticed before that it said at one point when Nerf on stream, when Nerf went to play Warframe, it popped up saying Nerf has started playing Warframe. And that normally never popped up, and we thought it was weird. And so we were going to do a test to see if it was just that day.
Well, live... We could just turn off notifications on Steam for now.
Yeah.
And try to figure this out later.
I'm just gonna go offline in Steam. Because that should stop it. But obviously it won't stop this. But if I'm offline, I shouldn't be getting messages at least. So no one, because the problem would be, if someone messaged me, it would pop up and everyone would see it, which is not good.
Children, stop fighting.
We don't have Legos at this house. Well, the off-brand,
So we got Mega Blocks.
We
We're
got
a Mega Blocks
we're
family,
Mega-
god damn it.
That will make stepping on them that much worse. Yeah, you're not used to it. You're not used to stepping on Legos. It's going to be so much worse for you.
Step on a Lego in your house. Where did this come from? We don't have Legos.
All right, so this is the one thing we did search, which was the Piccati, which was a magazine article about Cicely Sanchez, about Guy Hudson.
I'm sorry. I was just reading the cover of the magazine.
Yeah.
Bessie.
Beelzebub. Beelzebub?
I think it's supposed to be like Beelzebub, but
Yeah.
Bass.
Beelzebub? Could this popular gift be filling homes with satanic messages? Oh no, we're gonna have to find ours! We're gonna have to find ours in this house somewhere. Get rid of it. It's got satanic messages.
I feel like it's already too late.
It is too late. True. That is true. Legos are choking hazards if you got a lot of small kids.
Oh. But they're tasty. Haven't you ever chewed on a Lego before?
Alright.
Excuse me.
5 Pez. Alright, so 5 Pez is Felix Fellows, a rapper who has found some recent radio play after being publicly confirmed to be the long-lost Roottree and entitled to part of their fortune. His alias, 5 Pez, is a play on 5 pieces. An article you find on the website known for their particularly harsh reviews of modern music gives his most recent album, Root of All Evil, 1 out of 7 for whatever reason, with a headline, more poser than action figure collection than my action figure collection. Damn.
Why 1 out of 7? What the hell kind of scaling? It's just, I want to be different.
I guess. The reviews mention his real name is David, and he used to go by Dirty Davy.
Dirty Davy.
Hey, Dirty Davy.
You gotta
and the
throw in that
author
little steak in
rues
there.
that the fact that this rebrand was a blatant marketing stunt at the expense of his mother's tragic past. She overdosed when he was 16. Apparently one of the songs on the album is new, and the others are simply rewritten to turn blatant references to sex, drugs, and violence into clumsy euphemisms. His rise to prominence was kicked when he appeared a few months ago on the cover of News Time holding a photo of his mother with Guy Hudson. At first, Roottree Company denied it vehemently. Yep.
I think the H is silent, but...
Miracle Roottree even appeared on the same magazine a week later. But since then, they've backtracked and publicly welcomed him to the family. Their press release at the time stated that they had new evidence that confirmed his story.
So wait, he might be Guy Hudson's?
Okay, so he might have something to do with Guy Hudson.
Which one was Guy Hudson again?
Because Guy Hudson, I feel like, yeah, there he is.
Okay. He was one of the ginger kids.
Sorry, it just sounds like there's yelling going on.
He's probably yelling at the dog.
Okay.
So I guess we can start looking up names.
Yeah.
We want to work up Dirty Dave.
Yeah.
So search.
Oh, so we can actually search
Oh.
prodigals now too. Okay, so that just takes us back to this. Okay, so what if we...
Where's Dirty?
Dirty Dave. According to Felix, is not Perez's actual name. His birth name is David Fellows. Okay. Apparently, Dirty Devil is another dirt poor. Okay. In Portland under that name. Okay. Can I like search?
In the periodical.
Okay, so that takes to that.
Yeah. Dirty Dave under Business Watch.
Obviously, oh, okay, not any. I'm just curious to see if there's anything ever said about. I fairly doubt there'd be any in these ones, but.
Team Blast, Dirty Dave.
Okay, so let's search his 5 Pez, I guess, because they said there was talk about him in the musical. No? Weird. I thought they said 5 Pez was talked about. How about Team Blast? There we go, okay.
Oh, Chevy, you too? I was also a desert kid who stepped on a lot of stickers and barefoot. Got, oh man, the goat heads where it was, those were nasty because those were the thick ones, and then you had the like little spiky ball ones, but mostly we just ran into the the goat heads, which hurt the most.
Goat heads?
Yeah, so it's like you have the centerpiece, and then it has like 2 thorns sticking out, like a little caltrop.
Okay. Yeah, no, we had one of those trees that had those little round ones that just had like little spikes coming out of them.
Yeah.
Because it was like a oak tree or whatever or something.
Yeah, because we had those too, but...
We had a tree like that in our first house. 5 Pez is popular and attractive enough that even though his music is not targeted towards teen girls, they seem to be paying attention anyways. While he hasn't done any interviews with the magazine, they've listed him among the hunky hotties for the past few months with small bios that tell you various facts about him. Okay. So his real name is David. His birthday, February 9th, 1977. His star sign, Aquarius, and where he grew up, foster care in Portland. A letter to the editor also claims that it is not possible that he was born in 1977, as he claimed on the song called 17 Magazine that he turned 17 in 1992. The editor responds with the statement that they've reached out to his agent to ask about the song, and we're told it wasn't performed by 5 Pez and they shouldn't print rumors.
No. So, that's what they look like.
Interesting. Those look dangerous.
Yeah. Stepped on them a lot.
So yeah, it was only... Okay, I think we're good. I think people are done driving past the window.
For now.
For now. 17 magazine. Sometimes referred to 17 magazine. Okay, 17 magazines are sometimes referred to as without the S. It's the title of an unreleased and controversial song. There's mentions of it on a few sites claiming that it was the first release of his first mixtape but was removed. There's no audio or visual evidence of it existing, but there are independent accounts from people who have claimed that they have heard it, and they do generally line up. According to the recollection, it was about many loosely connected occurrences of the number 17. Most violently, the intro states it was written on Davy's 17th birthday and involved a fictional but glorified series of murders at a fashion show for a teen magazine with the similar name to the song title. The person doing the violence was apparently trying to beat Dahmer's high score. Jeffrey Dahmer pleaded to killing 16 people. Yeah.
Okay.
Due to the major act of gun violence in schools earlier this year, subsequent backlash against the violent music and video games, it's generally considered in poor taste to bring it up. Okay. Okay. What does this have to do with anything? It's interesting.
Unless you want to look up Jeffrey Dahmer, even though we know who that is.
Sorry. Everyone's deciding to get really loud and do things. So I keep having loud noises happening, then I keep having to mute. I'm sorry. I keep having to mute because there's loud noises. And catches are the worst. It's pretty much all I stepped on growing up. It's funny to show. And it's funny that I can now step on them and not notice anything until I have my shoes back on. Oh no! You get so many calluses on your feet, you don't even feel it anymore. That's maybe not a good sign that you have so bad of calluses that you don't even feel them. Because those are long looking too. No, it just keeps getting loud. When the dog started barking really loudly, so Wind went to go check on that. Because it went a little longer that I wasn't sure if Mother was still in the house. Although now that I hear the blender going again, I guess Mother is in the house. Because there's a lot of blending going. But I lost Wind. He didn't come back. I don't want to search him. Okay, thank God. Oh, actually I realized there was a... Okay, good. Doesn't actually. Yeah, I don't know why... Didn't come back. Cue blender sounds. Dun dun dun. Yep. He's gone forever. He's been blended. Okay, so The Root of All Evil is Five Pez's debut album. According to various sources, the album is mostly material that Five Pez recorded for his mixtapes before he became notable, but re-recorded with lyrics differences and professional production. All Your Problems was the first and only single released. After dropping the single, Pez announced that he retained an infamous celebrity lawyer, Stevie Whitlock, and sued his family. To date, it doesn't seem like he's followed through, though. At first, the single didn't make much of a splash, but Whitlock, known for his publicity stunts, paid thousands of teens a few dollars an hour to call and request the video on MTV, which increased its profile. MTV eventually caught on and banned the video altogether, which in turn received national news coverage and made the song more popular. Can I actually Google MTV here? No. Okay. I was curious. I don't have calluses on my feet. I just have thick skin down there. Well, no, that's kind of what calluses are. It's your skin, you know, building up a resistance. We have a dog? Why do you guys have a dog? Or maybe there's a dog outside? Is there a stray dog, or did Betty get loose? Oh. Betty got loose. That's why Wind disappeared and did not come back. Hello. I hear Betty escaped.
What? No. No. Where did you hear those lies from? You can't listen to Luno. She's in her villain arc.
So did they go to Costco?
Yeah.
Because how? I didn't think it'd be open. I guess they went and immediately left.
Yeah.
I guess they just immediately got there as it opened and went in.
I guess so.
Okay. Who knows what she's blending, and I don't know if I want to know.
I don't know either. I wasn't looking. Excuse me. So, what have we learned?
Pretty much, I just looked up the Root of All Evil. I'll probably...
Do we have music?
Well, once I look it up in the Prodigals, probably.
It's probably going to be under the music one, but...
Oh.
Wow, really? Not in the music.
So we're trying to see if MTV had like a website that you could look shit up on.
MTV?
Yeah, because they were talking about MTV in the music video, so I was trying to like see if I could see something about that.
Did you look up MTV?
Maybe. Yeah, it showed me nothing. But if I search this song, oh, there we go. The track is the only new song on the album. Subject matter. The song is hypocrisy of those that claim money is evil. He points out that only people who think money is evil are those who have it, those who can afford not to be greedy. In the song, Five Pez triumphantly talks about taking the Roottree's wealth due to it being his birthright and giving it to those who need it most. Okay, I find it a suspicious looking website and you download it. You're not supposed to do that!
Alright.
Oh boy.
Attention, attention, Rootrees. This is 5-piece coming at you from the real world. You know, the place you ain't ever lived in.
You say money is the root of all your problems. Root of all your
Man, y'all are hypocrites. Sitting back in your massive estates, built from the cash that your ancestors gave you, acting like you somehow deserve it, based on your family's creations. Yo, but looky here, sonny, don't you come for our money, or you might be burned in hellfire someday, like that
Damn.
chick.
Madison Chick and her two dads. Oh, right, because.
But blurts out these claims that somehow we're sinners because we didn't earn it. When all of your worth it came free with your name, you expect me to treat your lectures on greed as some expert creed.
This is actually pretty good.
I turn my other cheeks and spread them. When you give me a kiss, you'll know just where to aim.
You say money
Damn.
is the root of all your problems. Let me take those problems away.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real people. You silver spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle, while real world folks burning spoons with a needle. So once more with passion, tell this poor tragic orphan how your mansions and Porsches are actually horrible. How I'm better off penniless, grasping for morsels. How wanting my share, that's actually extortion. With your candy ass name, synonymous with sweets. Oh, you wanna call me classless? I'm gangster from Portland, but I play that game. I came up on the streets. The only streets you reppin' are Park Place and Boardwalk. Hypocrisy.
Damn.
Monopoly is toppling.
Damn, that's like the whole entire fucking song is here.
Yeah.
God that got to steal my mom from me is what he wants, right? For you to live in poverty, and if you're suddenly not eager to unhand that fortune, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna have to take my portion, and I'll do it all legally. Class action, courtroom, decorum. I'm way past your fancy ass dormant.
You say
Damn.
money is the root
Oh no, it goes on for a while. Oh
It's a full
god.
song.
Alright.
You say
Can I like
is the root of all your
okay.
let me
But does it not have his picture in it?
We didn't find any other pictures of him?
He doesn't have a picture in this yet.
What about in the,
No.
nothing?
We haven't gotten his picture yet.
Whoever calls dollars the root of all evil, just trying to make small pursuits of real spoon feeds you the world's purest treacle. While
Because we did 5 Pez.
Cause what if I
the root of all evil
we're just gonna get to listen to this now, there's nothing much I can do about it.
feeds you the world's purest treacle.
Yeah. Which is weird because they said they talked about him in and I assumed they meant the Modern Music Monthly. But I guess they didn't?
Because didn't they also talk about him in one of the teen mags?
They did.
And there's no picture of him.
Yeah. The website known for its harshly reviews of modern music gives his most...
And, well, we looked up his real name.
Can I look up the headline? No. Okay, what if I look up the headline?
In the periodicals.
Yeah. Why does the N keep disappearing? When I type in, it just disappears.
I don't know.
No?
Because we looked up Felix. Did we look up his... Because his real name is David Fellows, right? Or was
Yeah.
it Dave? It was David Fellows.
David Fellows.
Did we look up David in, like, anything else?
Yeah, that's his real name.
What about David Fellows in any of the periodicals?
I feel like we did. But I could try again.
Like, it probably wouldn't be Team, like, Butler. I guess we'll
Yeah,
just try
maybe.
everything.
Well, no, he's from Portland. He's not from... I don't think he's from Butler County.
Well, I feel like Butler County would be like, holy shit, there's a new...
No. What if I just look up these old mixtapes?
Maybe.
Okay. First mixtape released early 90s, Drepsy debates about what year exactly it was released based on some culture references It ranged somewhere between 1992 and 1994. One of the songs, Yes I Can Jump, seems to be the center of the confusion. Some fan sites claim there are multiple versions with different track lists and song lengths on them. Though because there is very little evidence of the mixtape online, it's hard to verify the information. So, Yes I Can Jump is a song on the mixtape. It seems to be the only song that didn't make it onto a studio album that people thought should have. In it, he references the popular movie from 1992, White Men Can't Jump. This reference has caused some confusion among the fan base. Because of it, it is agreed upon that the mixtape had to come out in 1992 at the earliest. And others point out that Fellows references seeing the movie on his 17th birthday. This would have been 1994. Some take this to mean that the album had been released in 1994 at the earliest. Oh my goodness, this is just a nonsense worth.
Yeah. But I think it's giving us an idea of when the infidelity would have happened.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
So he was 17 in 1994.
But they said that he went and watched the movie, which it came out in 1992. So is he lying? He wasn't 17 in 1994? Was he 17 in 1992? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what they ended up buying.
1982.
Some of the others were okay. Some claim is trying to make himself sound older, since in responses to some more questionable lyrics, he has stated multiple times he was just a dumb kid when it released.
70. No.
I guess let me highlight this.
75?
5 Pez's
5 P's.
date of birth. Maybe. Save note. Because then also we have...
Oh, you're on David Flowers.
We have to fix it, I guess, to Felix? Yeah.
It's weird that we didn't get any sort of pictures from any of this.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling he's going to be like the hardest one to find pictures of.
Which seems really weird if he's like forward-facing singer. Why have I not found a single picture of him?
Yeah. Also, I think that means he was born in 1985 or 86.
Well, he says he was born in 77.
No, you're right. No.
He says
Sorry, I'm not
February
doing math
19...
right.
Five Pez birthday. I'm saving that note so I remember.
Yeah, it would have been the 70s. I'm sorry. I was not mathing right in my head. It's like I was doing the math. It was like, yeah, 76, 75. And it's like, oh. And then I just said 80 for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, not the 80s.
So where would that put him on the timeline then? Not
towards the beginning of it?
Well, no, because the beginning would be older, wouldn't it?
No, these are...
No, that's 1921. Yeah.
21,
no, those are
49. I think he's in this cycle.
Okay.
But we know the mom died. So the mom probably wasn't married?
The mom died when he was 16.
But he was an orphan.
Yeah.
He lived in an orphanage. So she must not have been married. So she might be here. So this might be Felix. What was his?
Fellows.
So that might be there.
Jerry Seinfeld. Musician?
Yeah, musician. Alright, so that might be there. Because
Yeah.
then there was no father, or
Hey,
they
Misty.
split up and the dad didn't want anything to do with him?
Probably.
Oh good, mom's gonna fry fish again. Missy's just like, what are you guys doing? I'm just curious. Maybe I should open up the window again then.
Yeah, but is she gonna fry fish now, or?
Oh, she's gonna fry fish now, is probably what she's gonna do. Yeah, no. She's probably gonna immediately fry it.
Alright, well... Yeah, because if it's 19... Because if he's saying his birth date was 1977, then that means he's not a Roottree?
No. Because these infidelities started in 1975.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I must have
So
misread.
he's here. So he's part of this infidelity. Because this one is like more current. Which I assume this might have something to do with, like, someone that's divorced? But obviously, like...
Two people who are probably divorced, or... Maybe they're not divorced.
Yeah. But they get married, so they end up divorced, I guess. They must have divorced and then married. Recently.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm amazed that there isn't...
Because we were hoping they're not, direct cousins.
Single picture of them. I'm amazed.
Yeah, we might have to look elsewhere for now. So, because Guy Hudson was one. So we could look up Guy Hudson, because there should be new information on him.
Because they said he was on the cover. Remember? He was on the cover.
Months ago on the cover of News Time. Can we look up News Time?
Yeah. Maybe we finally have...
Oh,
okay. We can now have news time. Okay. Because before we couldn't have news time. We had tried doing news time. So now we actually can have access to it.
Okay.
So he appears on the cover, so does Miracle.
Oh, so we need to look up those two.
Yeah, we never actually just looked up the Roottree Mania.
No, I guess you want to look up Roottree Mania?
Here, let me pull this up though. News time. There we go. Okay. Just appear on the cover of News Time, kicking off Roottree Mania. A week later, Miracle Roottree appeared on the cover of the magazine in an article that focused heavily on 5Pez as well.
Should probably look up him as well.
Yeah.
Over here.
The Miracle Roottree. And News Time as well, please.
Oh, we're not getting a new picture?
Oh, we already have it, it says.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything else? Because remember, Miracle was walking around saying a bunch of things.
Miracle's going around being a little shh.
And not Junior. Plain old Miracle, I guess.
Interesting. Oh.
Okay.
Well, we
Felix
found him.
Fellows. Could be a rapper next Sam Madison. Appeared on the cover of News Time holding a picture of his mother, which we do have a picture of that too.
Yeah.
And Guy Hudson. The article concerns his
Instance?
insistence
Oh, insistence.
that his father was Guy Hudson. The story was dramatically sensationalized, initial dismissed as fake until a DNA test proved that he was related to Guy Hudson. 5Pez says that his mother, Joanna, was Zach Morden's secretary when he retired, and then Guy Hudson's secretary for only 1 or 2 weeks. After that, she quit. The first few weeks that he was president. His parents divorced when he was 4, and his father. And his father.
Oh.
Okay, so his mom was married. Felix and his mother then moved to Portland because she was afraid for her and her son's life. He grew up with her until he was 16, and one day his mother never came home from the movie rental store where she worked as a register. The next morning, she was found dead from an overdose in her car. Oh.
Sure.
So she stole the money from the drawer and spent it on heroin. That sucks. As Felix went through her belongings, the things he had to remember her by were a hairbrush that she used, some photos, and a stuffed animal from her childhood. But then he found it, a box hidden in the back of her closet. Inside were love letters and photos related to Guy Hudson, as well as a letter from his father containing threats. He threw it all away, with the exception of the one photo he appears on the cover of News Time with. Okay. He says it's the only one where they were dressed, the only one not from the fair itself. The photo is shown in full inside the magazine. Okay. The magazine also includes some additional history of the president's career. He was born Felix Fellows to Riley and Joanna Fellows. So Riley and Joanna, we need to remember those names.
Okay.
But has never rapped without a moniker. He tried to find success by opening for other artists and even by selling CDs on the street corners in Portland. He has only recently started going by 5 Pez to harness the power of his lineage. The writer did some research into the truth of these claims, but was able to confirm that Joanna did work for the Roottree company as a secretary sometime during the mid-70s. It's also confirmed that she died of overdose and that Felix went into foster care soon after. They were unable to track down his father. They also reached out to the Roottree company, but at the moment the company's blank statement is, since the release of the recent book, Rootrees have seen an overwhelming number of false ancestral claims, none of them been factualized, and nearly all of them are knowingly dishonest. We encourage individuals to reach out to us in an official capacity as opposed to attempting to use the name in media publicity. Which I thought they did find out. Okay.
Oh, who's in the glasses?
I guess it's the
photographer.
No,
Oh.
I think it's him. I think it's his pictures in the glasses.
Also, if he's in...
Okay. Family picnic, and you can see like the family in the background.
So that means all those affairs are Guy Hudson then?
They might be. 1949.
Yeah, it's not.
So maybe Guy Hudson?
Is that the time? Because he had died? Yeah, he was president number 3. Did he die or did he pass it on before? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened to Guy Hudson. We might have to Google him. Hi, Jess.
Google or Google Spider?
Okay. So, only one kid.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
I just realized we put him in the wrong spot.
Yeah, because we didn't know he was not married. Oh, he's the first affair then. Okay.
Because he's a star. He's a celebrita. So Felix Fellows.
Well, that means that...
Oh, don't forget to click on those. Yeah, that means it's all him.
Damn. And he had not a single kid with his wife.
Yeah. starting to see why.
So, that's right. We put the Jerry Seinfeld in that to get the achievement.
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay, Joanna. I guess it's all fellows.
Maybe.
And then obviously then it was, what was his name? Oh, maybe I thought they did say the name of the dad.
I thought they did.
Because Felix obviously his name. Well, his name might be.
Okay, so we don't know who the father is. We're not from this article.
Yeah, I thought. Riley.
Oh, we're in the middle of an ad break.
Oh, darn it.
Whoops.
Oh, well, no, it just started. It just started. The ad break just started.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck. But that means we were wrong about the,
Well, Miracle definitely did something. Because remember, Miracle, like, started putting out a whole bunch of stuff and, like...
Yeah.
Like, he's covering something?
Yeah, but we don't know what.
Yeah. Scandalous, yeah.
Yeah.
So many scandalous things are happening.
All I can say is maybe he was earlier.
Because he's... Well, no, because he has the star. So he has to be this one. Because
Yeah.
that's the only one with a star.
So...
So...
Oh, we didn't put his picture in.
Can't put dead. Yeah, I just didn't want to put too many in while we were on ad break.
Because we know who her name... She's a, she's not a secretary. Before she passed, she was a, oh, God. No, a cashier? I mean, I guess...
Maybe?
Go ahead and, I guess, go back to the article and we can scroll down.
Yeah.
Because it says...
Yeah, she worked at the register.
Yeah.
And then she was a secretary...
Before that, but...
Before that.
The last thing she was a cashier.
Okay.
And it kind of sounds like she was murdered.
Yeah, they say, yeah, that she stole and then did a bunch of heroin. Yeah, it will tell us, it's, I have to fill in, oh, it's actually 4, so I can fill this in and it'll be okay. Each time you fill in an entire one of these correctly, and you have up to 4 of them filled in correctly, it will then lock it in for you and let you know that you did it. I like how it looks like they're longingly looking at you.
Yeah. They might have done that on purpose.
Like they're longingly looking at each other. Isn't that lovely? Okay.
Yep. And he then
So I assume, yeah, it
5 other
keeps...
women.
Because that's the only last name they gave for her.
Yeah.
Can we look her up?
We can try.
Oh, right. We were going to actually look up the Roottree Mania.
Oh, yeah. Roottrees Mania.
Roottree Mania! Alright. Roottree Mania immediately followed by the announcement that the rapper going by 5 Pez was actually a Roottree. Collectively, popular culture seemed to focus on the Roottree family and 5 Pez for a few weeks before everything felt oversaturated and society moved on. Because of the 5 Pez saga, An underlining through line of how pop culture treated Roottrie mania was an excuse for everyday people to claim they were Roottrees. Daytime talk shows had a I'm a Secret Roottree episode. Late night hosts and ghosts made jokes about other lost members of the family, and there is a wide shared website where you could fill in your own name to find out if you were a secret Roottree. When you submitted your name, it simply said no with an image of Clark giving you the finger. Oh, that's funny. Okay, Roottree mania lasted only a few weeks, but long enough for 6 pieces to re-enter the charts, and to trigger new printings of the old Roottree related media, including Lauren's diaries, VH releases of Gwen's old movies, as well as countless other unauthorized biographies, which mostly seemed to attempt to capitalize on the Roottree sisters, Carl and Brenda. These releases were too late to successfully capitalize and extend the craze, as we thought most of them were failures. Countless novelty t-shirts with a variation of I'm a Secret Roottree became immediately unfashionable. Can I Google I'm a Secret Roottree?
You're gonna find shirts.
Oh, it doesn't do anything. That's sad.
Oh.
Too bad.
You wanted to buy a t-shirt.
Yeah, I wanted to buy a t-shirt. Okay, so maybe we need to Google 6 pieces, because obviously that's changed. Oh, interesting.
Maybe? Yeah, 6 pieces, unwrapping. Yeah, because that's a book,
Hi,
right?
Nerf. Yeah, 6 pieces. Unwrapping
by Sam Madison.
American's Sweetest Family by Sam Madison, released in early 1999. So there's an older version. I wonder what that is. Perhaps assisted by the still relative recent plane crash shot to the top of the charts. Reviews were mixed, and its time on the bestseller list was limited to only 2 months. Most reviewers agree that the core of the book about Samantha's fathers and the struggles they faced was compelling, and the takedown of the hypocrisy of Elias Roottree was well deserved. However, many took umbrage with the timing of the release and the tone of the book, which seemed vindictive. The fallout from the book led to the Roottree company scrambling to release a statement, and due to the conflict of leadership, famously released multiple conflicting official statements over 3 days. This confusing move was referenced in popular culture due to the late-night sketch about indecisionitis.
I'm sorry, what? Indecisionitis?
Yes. And more traditional analysts have been calling it the Roottree Rift. A few months later, due to Root Mania, the book re-entered the charts and sold even better. Okay, well, what's the older? Okay, so that it was just a book. Okay. Oh, well, we can actually look at the book, though. I'm copying this. Sam Madison. It was like that, right? Yeah. Book title. Search. Because now we can get the book. We can see the book.
Yeah.
Okay, so the book was released earlier this year. Details the truth. Yep. As well as her father's. You helped verify stories so much of the book of the core contents are familiar to you. Sam said there's some sections of other family secrets and rumors. Much of it didn't matter to the primary purpose of the book. And some of it is new to you and may be important for your searches. Okay, so we got some of the new stuff was sent to us.
Excuse me.
Oh, look at that picture focusing on her father from the one picture.
Yeah, just
the only picture where it's actually all 6 of them there. Okay, Sam's book has a few different passages about her own history with the company and rumors and gossip she collected during the tenure. She ran the farm for a period starting around 1968 after the death of Elias until her daughter Gwyneth took over in 1984. Most of the relevant rumors coincided with the reign of Guy Hudson, who took over as president in 1978. Sam was very much not a fan of Guy, and according to 6 pieces, what brain, 6 pieces, it was an open secret within the family. The guy was very much not a fan of remaining faithful to his wife, Patricia. Well, no kidding. For the fact it seems like he's the one that had the 5 fucking affairs that had kids. And that means he probably had more affairs. That's just the 5 that had kids.
Yep.
Many of the hires at the time were young, single women, and Guy often spent a lavish amount of money on private parties. This was 20 years ago, and Sam warns that most of it is hearsay. Still, you find the following information relevant. One of Sam's farm supervisors was named Elizabeth. Elizabeth had a daughter who Sam never met, but who worked as one of Guy's secretaries. According to Elizabeth, a caterer from a local restaurant called Antonelius met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped quickly due to the pregnancy. Elizabeth wasn't aware that the party was for swingers. Rumor has it that her daughter showed up with Guy and didn't seem comfortable switching partners. Okay. Met her... What? Okay, so a caterer met her daughter at one of Guy's parties, and they eloped. And that the rumor is that her daughter, Elizabeth's daughter, showed up with Guy and did not change partners, but ended up marrying the caterer of the restaurant. So we can obviously look up the restaurant's name and maybe find his name and maybe find out more information about her. Okay, so Guy's main positive contribution to the company involved expanding to markets previously untapped by Roottree. However, when he went on trips overseas, they were often for weeks at a time, and Guy was known for spending more time and money on unofficial business than meeting with distributors and manufacturers. It was said that he bribed at least one politician to open a factory in Brazil. Okay, there's a section about Sam speculates that Eliza may have also cheated on Gwyneth. Gwyneth was always much kinder to Sam than Eliza was, and was the first to invite Sam to family events. While she has no hard evidence, Sam always got the impression that Gwyneth was able to corrose. That's not how you say that. I give up. Eliza into allowing Sam back into the family using some kind of leverage. Instead of it being a natural course of events, she mentioned that Eliza and Gwyneth were known to loudly argue. Sometimes about another woman. Okay. Sam also says her son Ernie once asked her, "Who's Beth?" because he overheard them yelling about someone with that name. As far as Sam knows, Eliza once had a secretary named Elizabeth, a different Elizabeth from the one on the supervisor, but she never met her. Interesting.
Okay.
Hi, Nerf. I'm not sure if I said hello, but hello. Okay, so there's a Beth, but there's a secretary.
Yep.
But Beth might be the child of... Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to... looking up. There's a large number of Antonelli restaurants, not because it's a chain. It seems to be a common name. You need more. Okay. You need more information than that. Well, this is oh god. Butt County, I guess?
Maybe.
Oh, what if I look at... Oh, that's still that. Butler County. Ahaha! Is an Italian restaurant, and it has been in Butler County times twice. The most recent time is it was closed in 1992. The owner, Raquel Zimmer, sold the land the building was on, and at the time of the article, she was unsure if the restaurant would move to a new location or if she would retire. Many years after that, there's a puff piece of Valentine's Day 1978 that asked recently married residents of Butler County how they met. Christine Garland responded she and her husband Steve, who was a chef there, met years ago when she delivered produce from her mother's farm. Steve used to work extra hours just to be there during the deliveries. Although they grew apart when the restaurant switched suppliers, they reconnected by chance and eloped at the end of last year. Now she has a bun in the oven, and they're both working as much as they can. She's a secretary, but went back to delivering produce on the weekends, trying to save up money to move to Boston and open their own restaurant.
Okay.
So now we have Christina Garland. No information on her.
But probably in the periodicals, we'll probably find her in Butler County.
Maybe. Yeah, no, it just goes back to this. So Steve. Maybe he names the Boston, maybe he names it... Okay, he didn't, did I spell that right?
I don't know.
I'm glad neither of us know how to spell Boston. That makes me feel better. I'm glad neither of us know how to spell Boston. I'm glad we're both in this place. I'm glad we're both here in this location of unknowing how to spell Boston off the top of our heads. Okay. Oh, he's probably Steve Zimmer.
Probably.
Or Raquel might be the daughter? Well, 78 to 92.
Ooh. Chevy, why can't you feel your arms?
Okay, Raquel and her husband Mark Zimmer have few mentionings in the Butler County Times. They're both local business owners. Raquel owned Antonelli's, an Italian restaurant, and Mark owned a local bookstore called Bookmarks. Both closed in 1992. Mark was also mentioned once when he was sued by Steve Garland. Okay. Steve Garland. Why does that sound familiar? Why does Steve Garland sound familiar?
I don't know.
Why do I...
Is there a Garland?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, why does Steve Garland sound familiar?
Should we look up Steve Garland?
Those are all Roottree last names.
I don't think...
I don't know. I don't know why that sounds familiar. So the question is, What does this have to do with anything? I feel like I'm walking in a weird circle. I'm walking in a weird circle.
We're in a weird circle.
Okay, Steve Garland is mentioned in a couple of articles. The first was an article about how he met his wife Christine. Well, obviously there was definitely a Christine. When he worked at Antonelli's. The second is from months later in September of 1978. A listing for his... Oh. He worked
At the restaurant?
At the restaurant where he met his wife Christine. I wonder if Christine was that the name of the lady that we just had a second ago?
Maybe.
There's a lot going on. My brain's a little bit broken. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold
on. She's got a... Her brain's got to rebuff really quick.
Oh, yeah. Christine
Garland.
So Steve Garland, Christine Garland. She's the one that might be... Her kid might actually be...
A Roottree.
A Roottree. Married to Steve Garland. Okay. Alright, we're back. Okay. Months later, in September of 1978, a listing for his weekend cooking class Gourmet with Groovy, a blurb mentioning that he'd been giving lessons from his home kitchen for the last month so that he could keep an eye on his son. Okay. The third was in 1991. It was titled "A Local Author Sued by Former Butler County Resident." It seems the local author by the name of Mark Zimmer was sued by Garland after Garland saw Zimmer promoting his book Kitchen Tales on the television. His recipe book was pretty much plagiarized from the recipes that Garland had given his students during his cooking lessons before he moved. The article mentions that although recipes are hard to copyright, Garland accompanies each recipe with a short fiction about how he learned it. These usually double as a way to remember certain ingredients. Garland's bean salad, for example, involves making a trade with a gnome for magical beans. Apparently these stories were found word for word in Zimmer's cookbook, in addition to additional stories that followed the same format. Alright.
What? That was...
So, instead of just stealing the recipe and coming up with his own ideas of what happened...
You just wrote a story in with the recipes?
Well, yes.
Because
Garland did that. Steve Garland wrote cute little recipes and cute little stories to go with his recipes. So, like, his bean salad, he had a little story about a gnome that he traded with this gnome for magical beans. Zimmer took the recipes and then proceeded to also copy all of the stories as well.
Oh, okay.
So he would have gotten away with it if he hadn't also copied the fucking story.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing with food recipes. It's...
Yeah.
You can use the same recipe, but you have to add some stupid weird blurb.
Yeah, you need to add something extra to it.
You have to do your own little diary. I don't.
Also, it's a little late, but thank you, Rick Seger, for the follow.
Oh. I didn't hear anything.
I was too busy reading. Well, it was happening while I was reading. I heard it, but I was reading at the time. So I waited until I was done reading. But then we had the long conversation about the gnome and the beans. A brother has a membership card to the gym that allows him to bring a +1. It was chest day. Okay.
So that's why your arms.
That's why your arms were broken, because you were in chest day. You were doing a lot of arm exercises too because of it.
Don't forget leg day, bro.
Yeah, don't forget the leg day. Well, it's good that he had like a +1 and you can go with him.
Yeah,
that's always nice. It can be hard to get yourself to go and freaking exercise, that's for sure. I struggle with that all the time. Oh, I didn't turn love on. Oh, I'm so sorry. My tits aren't on. I'll fix it.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
She hates me.
I'm sorry.
Oh
No, don't do it. It's not there yet.
Don't redeem anymore. She hates us. She hates us.
No.
She doesn't love us.
I fixed it. Give us extra love. Ah, duckies. I fixed it. Okay. So Zimmer may not have anything to do with anything. It's actually the Steve. And his son is... whatever his son's name is. We don't know his son's name.
The son.
But he has cooking classes. Gourmet for Groovy.
Gourmet for the groovy, baby.
But they did say...
Is it a cookbook?
No, it's just weekend classes. But
Oh.
maybe we can...
Look it up in the periodicals.
Yeah, because if he might have advertised it.
No picture though.
Goes back to that. Yeah, I don't think any of these other ones would have anything about that.
You might as well click it anyway, right?
I might just go back to his name then. The rest of these wouldn't really matter. These are too big of things for a small time person. Okay, so Steve Garland. Did they talk about?
I don't. Who did they?
1978. 1978. Okay.
So 1978 would put. I guess the question is.
Because this was 1977, and we know that they're still together, so it must be this people.
Okay.
So. Oops. Christine. Garland. Yeah, I had to think about that for a second. I lost it, but then I remembered it.
And then
So
the
Steve.
Steve. Oh, it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't have Steve. It just has Steven. So maybe it's Steven Garland? That's weird because...
I mean, it does make sense.
I guess. But why would he be called Steve and everything else?
That's short for Steven.
I know, but Steve is also just a name, too. Alright. We're at least one of these. So I'm assuming... Well, I don't know, because it's a box around it. So I guess the idea is...
They don't know if it's his child or the father's.
Yeah.
It's like they don't know who the father is.
It may or may not... The first child may or may not be guys. Second child, most likely theirs. Since they had two. Because they moved, I think. They left.
Yeah.
So I don't think she had any more interactions with him, probably. Okay.
Do we know
But
the name
again,
of
we
the
need
kids?
pictures of her.
Yeah.
Okay. So what if we... Yeah. Just...
It's like, how are there no pictures? Does she have maybe a recipe book? Because
no, she's...
oh, is she not the cook?
No, she's a secretary.
She's a secretary.
Okay, so she's... a secretary... Well, she also delivered produce, but she's a secretary. Yeah, she's a secretary, but she went back to delivering produce on the weekends.
Oh.
Just for a little, like, extra money.
But is she still a secretary?
I'll abuse the shit out of Nina's +1 option. Oh, everyone was shocked when I wanted to go with him. Wanted to go when he asked who wanted to go with him. Aw.
She's like...
Well, it's good that, like, you took the step. You were like, you know what? Actually, I would like to go. That actually does sound like something I want to do. Okay. Let's, I guess, go back to Steve. Like, because I feel like Steve is the inn, you know?
Yeah, because Steve is a cook that may have made a book.
Zimmer made a book, but again, there was a whole case on it.
Is there?
So Mark Zimmer, whose wife sold the company. So maybe Kitchen Tales?
Oh,
Okay.
we're getting.
That's credited to Mark Zimmer. What did that give us? Just a picture of the book?
Oh, give us a recipe. Plated loaf.
Oh, so it's the thought process that this might not be his story. This might be Steven's story.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
Nerve.
I can see me type like it's... Wow.
Wow, Nerf. Wow.
Good motivation as well to do. You know, not incorrect. Quite factual if you...
Kenny would also. It's like I had to wait for you to finish.
Can't let me drink my tea and B's.
It's like the moment I was starting, you're like, I'm gonna grab my tea right now, and I'm like, well, I can't say anything now because she'll probably do a spit take if I'm not careful. It's like I'm sure Kenny would also like to see Nina in skin tight.
She's too young for me.
Oh, okay.
Too young for me. But she is a cutie patootie. Probably with a rockin' booty. I didn't know you had motivation for anything other than Warframe. He has two motivations. Warframe, Nina. Actually, Warframe, Nina, revenge.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. Kenny likes the older ladies. I like my men and my ladies older. I hate that Kenny is not far off. 3 goals in life. Warframe, Nina, revenge. Oh, it's because I know you, Nerf. We've been friends for years now.
The 3 essentials: Warframe, Nina, and revenge.
And revenge. Oh, man. Alright, story-based recipe book credited to Mark Zimmer. Yep. Morning shows book was widespread. Mentions were rare. Say the publisher unprepared for the demands. There was no second printing, so it's unusual to find a copy in the wild. You find an alternative medicine website that focuses on cooking with natural ingredients, and also messaged one of his recipes use salt water. The owner of the site includes a scan of the recipe, which is added to your evidence. If you switch out the salt water in the recipe for a mixture of 2/3 spring water and 1/3 filtered seawater, it tastes great. So you take out a lot of the salt.
I'm sorry, filtered seawater.
Spring water.
No.
Oh, 1/3. Well, you would want to filter it.
Just add salt and water.
Oh, well, yeah, that's pretty much the joke.
I would not trust any amount of seawater, no matter how much I filtered it. Guys, fish spawn in that stuff.
Okay. Kyne's recipes and stories are mildly popular, but it seemed to disappear online markets in 1922. You find a scan on the scory. Okay, so how to bake the plated loaf. 2 years, 2 bakers, Flora and Yates flirted. They grew their friendship, compared recipes, and combined knowledge. She loved his salt and pepper beard. He adored her rosemary cheeks. They thought sweetly about one another, but he was one day whisked away and conscripted to bake the army's bread. By the oil of the lamp, Flora's tears began to salt her bread. The recipe asked for the reader to combine flour, yeast, sugar, olive oil, and rosemary. Combine the salt and water together and add to the mixture and whisk until the dough begins to form. Okay, so it was 10 years later that they met again, seemingly by fate. Flora's unique dough had earned her a position as the king's professional baker. Yates had found success as well. He baked for the king's 45 diplomats. One day, they returned from the Dutch Isles with a gift, 450 unbaked loaves, and were sent to the palace bakery to teach a method that required no kneading, allowing the dough to proof for 10 to 12 hours and then spread. Okay. Upon seeing Yates, Flora was both delighted and distraught. She thought as if she was torn in two. She had not been made aware of the gift and had already prepared buns for the palace's ovens. She wished to greet Yates warmly, but was struck by fears that he'd be unable to bake with her, that she'd face retribution for being unprepared. She cried to Yates, adding more salt to her dough. Cut the dough into 2 equal pieces and slightly sprinkle salt over the top of both of them.
Yeah, so it's like adding bits of the recipe to the story.
Yeah. So he knew, is what this is saying.
Yeah.
He knew she was already pregnant and went, no, it's fine. I'll take care of this kid like it's our own. Okay, so he says he had no obligation to prepare for a return she thought impossible. He shared her fears. He knew that they did not, if they did not solve her predicament, they missed their final chance to bake together. In the end, instead of wallowing in the present, they began working together to shape the future. They twisted and entwined their dough and baked them as one. Thus, born the plated loaf. Word quickly spread of this new delight, the king's decree on parchment paper that was to be considered a delicacy, roll and twist. Okay, so this shows that he knew.
Yeah.
That's why they stayed married, is he knew that the kid was not his own, but they had met each other. So she was probably already with
the other guy.
With Guy. The other guy.
With Guy.
She was already with Guy at that point and showed up with Guy. But then they started talking afterwards.
And it said she had 2 buns.
So they maybe had twins.
Yeah.
So these might be twins. And so, yeah, they're both guys. There's a high chance they're both guys because it sounds like they just lied about it. All right. I don't know how this helps us with anything.
I don't, but it gives us a hint.
Yeah, it says there's 2 things to find from this.
Maybe
if I look up the plated loaf? No.
Well, I was going to say maybe the names Yates and...
Oh, yeah, maybe. Alright, Yates.
Because Yates and Flora?
Could I just search it?
Because it's going to be... Because their last names are...
Oh. What, you think just typing in with Garland as the...
Yeah. But it's like, where would we go for that?
The petition is still doing great. I keep reading on the revenge wave, and my old boss complains suddenly that the items need longer than previously thought. Also, greetings from Nina.
Tell Nina hello.
Like, yeah, you said it worked out original. I thought he was like, we agree to trust each other, we like each other, and I said yes, we continue, but just tell me if something is off between us. So put in short sales is creator, keep ready, and on the revenge wave, my old boss complains suddenly the item needs longer than previously thought. Oh, that is so funny that you ended up with your old employer as a customer. That revenge again, as I said, I know Nerf well.
3 things that interest him.
You're like, maybe their names is, but that's also weird that he would make that story using and then name his kids those 2 names.
That's all I can think of.
Well, I nothing's happening.
Well, I see that. So we gotta figure out what their names are.
Bankrolled by the king.
Do you think that guy funded?
Because I know they were hoping to open a place of their own.
You think guy might be a God? What's the word I'm looking for? Patron?
I don't know how that helps us.
Don't know either. I'm not sure where we can, because we gotta figure out who these kids are.
Yeah, I'm curious just what Guy Hudson got.
What Guy Hudson was up to?
Well, I don't remember who Guy Hudson was and what he was. Yeah, he's the only president of the Roottree for a few years in the late 70s and early 80s before he faded into obscurity, except for the fancy flavors. Deep pack. Oh, he's the one that did the fucking fancy flavors.
Yeah.
Okay, he's then emerged again as 5 Pets appeared on the cover of the magazine holding him. It existed accounting to the company in the 70s. Before with stories about debauchery and swinging parties, Guy liked to throw large parties whenever he had an excuse. They often got out of hand. The fact that some people speculated the night he died in the car crash, he was drugged or impaired in some way, but Butler County Police have released multiple statements and ample evidence that prove decisively it was not foul play, and no party had taken place. Okay, so he was the one that died in the car crash.
Yeah.
And did the whole fancy flavors thing. Which this was just about the fancy flavors. Because he did the whole caviar and everyone was like, oh.
Yeah. Caviar, what is wrong with you, Guy?
Hi, Tai Chow.
Oh, hello, Tai Chow.
Jim and I late share the tea. And hi, Nina.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so here's the tea. And those who are late, we have pinpointed who the big infidelity man was. It was Guy Hudson.
It was not one of the miracles, unfortunately.
The one that died in the car crash. That was only a president for like a little, like a year or two or something like that. Can you help me remove this? Thank you.
Yes.
Because I don't want to get stuck in my chair. And then, my brain is canceling itself. Pretty much he's the one that seems to be that had all of these affairs, yet not a single kid with his wife.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely that makes more sense because twins, and they stayed married. But we need a picture of them, and we need to know their names.
Yeah, that's the only. It's getting really hard to find pictures. Like, especially with the one guy who was a famous rapper. We had a hard time finding
I'm amazed how long
of
it
him.
took to find a picture of him out of everyone. Holds a grudge and seeks for revenge as long as to make someone age faster and look at nerve. Nah. 29. Shaves off the beard, looks 17. And I hate that I can't say it's like, you still look cute, but god damn it, why do you suddenly look so young? Yeah. So they just, you know, so this is literally saying they knew and Guy Hudson bankrolled their life. He got his image trademarked. Yep. That's why they couldn't. But there's two different things from this, it says. Two different lines. I'm trying to like... Yeah, it's weird when it's like, oh yeah, there's two different things from that. Figure it out. And I'm like, what?
It's a story about...
But now there's only one thing from this.
So what are we missing? 6 pieces...
Well, it's probably because we actually haven't, like, Googled some of this other stuff. Because we've been trying to figure out these things.
We're trying to figure out the one guy.
Yeah, the one guy. And then we ended up veering off towards this other lady, which was in the 6 pieces. Okay, back to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to the 6 piece.
So the supervisor was the one who had the daughter. Elizabeth, who had the daughter. It's like it's something... Yeah, I don't know.
So how many cheats and family circles are we known in?
Alright, so the next one...
So far, we only know that Guy is the only one who's,
Something about opening a factory in Brazil.
Okay.
Roottree Brazil, maybe?
Maybe?
Roottree Brazil?
Here we go.
Referred to as Roottree Brazil is one of the companies created to manufacture and distribute Roottree candy. It was developed as part of the Roottree Everywhere initiative near the beginning of 1979. Unlike some of the other Roottree Everywhere results, Roottree Brazil seems to be a success. Okay.
Oh no. Did he go to Brazil? Oh, which caviar flavor were a hit? It's only in Brazil was the caviar flavor a hit.
So the caviar flavor was a big hit in Brazil. Primary reason that the factory still exists today solely is to create that flavor, which comes with its own standalone 5-piece bag with Portuguese writing. Okay, a small town named Lagos near the municipality of São Bernardo de Campo became a location chosen by the Roottree Candy Company after a newly elected local politician named Edson Sorales heard that they were planning a new factory and petitioned them in early 1979. The factory was controversial as locals did not want it there. The Roottrees visited Brazil around Christmas and managed to break the ground on the project. Since then, however, it's been operating relatively smoothly, except for 2 incidents. Okay, so there's incidents to look at.
Incidio do Bordo in 1982, and the second was an unsuccessful strike in 1995 that involved all factory workers being replaced.
Okay, so the factory was originally built and run, according to the paperwork at the time, by a small company called Nova Corpo di something Brazil. New Brazilian Candy Corporation. This company no longer exists. Not much information has ever existed about it. The Rootrees now run it entirely. Okay.
Well, I don't have a feeling that Guy Hudson made a lot of trips to Brazil.
Okay, that just takes us back to here. Okay. Can we just like look
at the town?
At the town? The game designer, okay. The game designer by the name of Jeremy Watson looked up cities in Brazil that had a lot of manufacturing so that he could place a fictional factory there. He did not intend to offend any Brazilians with the tale he's writing.
That involved corruption and politics.
Pretty much. We kind of are like a private investigator helping them.
So how the game starts is a group of the three sisters wind up dying in a plane crash,
and their parents.
Yeah,
pretty much an entire family of Rootrees. The current president at the time,
we could probably just
and his wife and kids died.
Yeah, and then it's, well, who's the next in line? Like, who else is part of the family tree?
These guys died. It's weird they removed all of her pictures.
Did she have pictures?
I guess maybe she didn't have pictures. And then so you needed to figure out the family line, and this part was hidden. And so once you figured it all out, they asked you to unlock the family secret. And you had to write in the names of the people that were part of the family secret. You just had to physically type them in. And then from there, we've unlocked the big family secret, which then leads into, well, actually, now that that's come out and the trust has been brought to focus, all these people that are actually Rootrees are starting to come out of the surface.
Yeah. So there's more...
Okay, seems up to 1988 was run by military officials. Okay. Former mayor, before politics, he was a manager at the automotive manufacturing plant for major American car company. He was part in charge by the military government in 1973. Okay. What does he have to do with anything, though? Okay, this did not make him a popular mayor, because he was literally just put there.
Yeah.
He was put there, and he became quite rich.
What?
And many of the locals were relocated because he used all of his knowledge to bring factories and plants to the city. Okay,
what did Chevy do, Nina? He's getting swole. Although that might be a joke that does not work in German.
He's gaining all that muscle.
Get buff.
Okay.
Oh.
Due to lack of resources, you don't have much to go on and well, who ran it and when? Okay, well that didn't tell us much. Okay, back here.
I've been sitting here trying to think, like, how can I add swole to Chevy?
He often used the connection to ensure. Yeah, so he remained in office until 1988. Was defeated for first election after the military government was no longer in control, and they got rid of him. Once there was no longer military government control, they got rid of him. Okay.
Yep, he's joining his brother.
Sonia.
Maybe just
yeah, I'm gonna just copy. Sonia Soares. Give me information. Okay, nope,
Doesn't
no
be anywhere
information.
relevant. However, it does return a page with a list of a news anchor.
Who was, wait,
Oh.
did he take her last name then? Young Brazilian newscaster with a bit of cult following. The discuss surrounding him is, to put in polite terms, lewd. There's a website of something called a fan fiction that has a small section dedicated to him.
Wait. Have the fans been making... Oh god, what? Oh no, what?
Hold on.
Okay.
It seems that women and men of a wide variety of ages and writing skill tend to find him worthy of inclusion in their stories. You skim through some of the tales there and learn that the common thread is that he's currently dating a supermodel named
Ashley York.
Ashley York. Many stories seem to ignore her existence or get her out of the picture rather quickly. Okay,
Yeah,
so
he's
he's
got
18. He's a Libra. Why do I have a feeling he's Why do I have a feeling he might be one of the fair kids? Okay. Because he's a news anchor. You know those ladies. They love the news anchors.
To click on his face. You have to click on his face.
Okay.
Get that face.
So... Okay. So Sonia's son...
Is
Flavio.
Flavio.
Okay. Okay, I'm now getting it. I'm back.
All right, he's got fanfics of him.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm having a feeling that Sonia might be one of these.
Creation is saying he's glad that none of those stories are visible.
I'm glad none of those stories are visible. Yeah, we're not gonna go,
Oh no, they have lewd fan fictions of him? Where? Where do I go to avoid those? Where can... Oh.
Okay. He was a former mayor. Put his wife in the card. It is unknown where he has gone, but the dissertation even speculates he likely fled to stay alive. Okay. But nothing about Sonia. Oh, right, that's just about the town. Okay, back here. What other information? Okay, we could get the border incident?
Yeah.
The Maple Fire. Okay, so in 1982, the factory was deliberately attacked in a clear case of arson. The fire was brought under control after destroying about 2/3 of the production floor, and locals claim that the air smelled like a mix of burning plastic and maple syrup. The factory was rebuilt and continues production to this day. Okay. So they're not really sure.
At the time, it was unknown
happened.
why it happened. But last year, a news special did list this incident as well as a few others in the small town as backlash to perceived corruption in the government. Okay, so probably revolutionaries.
Yeah. Okay, which had something to do with the other one. Or the entire factory workers. Yeah, can we search?
Let's see.
That just takes us back here.
Yeah.
Okay. What if I do the new Brazilian Community Corporation?
I think we did that.
No. Okay, that gives us nothing. Okay.
I guess we'll have to look in the periodicals.
Maybe. What? Looking up the name of...
Yeah.
So we could... Or turn it into English and then look it up.
Maybe.
Some of these last ones are not gonna matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless we just look up the Roottree Brazil in the periodicals.
Oh.
Okay, so there's one in... There's a little bit everywhere. France, China, Australia. Because I think AUS is Australia, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm 5'8". It's tall for a family tree of short people.
I'm 5'8". It's tall for a family tree of short people. Oh.
Misty, what are you doing? She wants a peanut.
You want a peanut, Misty?
It's bad for me, so yes.
You trying to poison yourself, Misty? Don't worry, it's a bag. It's a closed bag that she's sniffing at. She's not
no.
actually able to get to any peanuts.
We're in the ad break.
Oh, there's a frog outside croaking. Is it loud enough? Can you guys hear that? Is it loud enough? Oh, I don't think it's loud enough.
No.
Darn.
It's loud, but not being picked up with a microphone.
It's
Maybe while
loud,
we're
but
talking.
not loud enough.
Excuse me. You know what we could do?
We need to know where the fan fiction falls on the citrus. Yeah, is it?
What is the citrus scale?
Back in the day, they were on a scale of citrus.
You gotta finish your sentence. I don't know what's happening. Both Lunas and I don't know what the citrus scale is.
No. Yeah, is it a lemon? Is it a lime? I don't know what to tell you. It was a thing. It was a thing back then, okay? A fan fiction,
creation and I don't
depending
know.
how lewd it was. It was either a lemon or it was a lime.
So is lemon...
Yeah, I was asking like how graphic it was, sex-wise.
So was lemon like graphic or not graphic?
Oh. Nina! Okay, thank you. That's a little better. I like why Nina just goes, okay, I'm sorry. Love and rail, not just so mature of you, Nina. Oh, you can toss her the way she likes my chat. I tell you. There's a reason I'm not YouTube. There's a reason I'm not reading out half of the shit that's being said right now.
I mean, I think you said the worst part with the railing.
Love and rail. I didn't say what it was connected to. Citrus scale has been replaced with spice levels now, I think. Yeah. I think it's all about like the spice now, yeah.
But I still don't understand if lemon was more graphic than lime. I
don't remember what the scale exactly was. I just remember there was the scale. It's been so long.
Oh no.
That I don't remember what the scale exactly was.
Oh no, because now my brain went to something that, that involves lemon. No, we're not going to talk about that, we're not talking about that, because that's bad. I'm going to assume the lemon was the graphic one. Don't you dare look up. Oh no, you're looking up something else.
I'm looking up the citrus scale for...
Okay. Lunas is saying lemons definitely had not. So that might. Oh god. We probably shouldn't be.
No, it's in music. It's in music. It's fine.
Okay.
Is she gonna show it on the screen? Oh my god, is she gonna show? Hold on. No, pause. Okay. So citrus is used to describe most mild interactions on the scale, like a romantic hug or a kiss on the cheek. Orange is for kissing, hugging, and some more touching.
Yeah, apparently oranges were.
Orange is just a little ooh. Lime is where it goes more further, making out, you know. Lemon is where they're actually doing and then there was a fifth fruit, the grapefruit!
Oh no.
Because the grapefruit is considered to be X-rated, or a truly bizarre lemon. So if they said that fan fiction was a grapefruit, be afraid. Be very afraid.
Oh no, there's so many things wrong with this. Oh.
God, I just remember my one friend and Lunas's friend writing a lime together. Writing it back and forth to each other, one night. That was probably the first and last time we ever let them be in the same place together. But there you go, guys! Citrus scale! Nina, where do you fall on the citrus scale?
Could you not call me out like that?
Every standard store that could tell could be a grapefruit track.
Oh no, it's starting to rain though. We might. Okay, back to the game. We gotta
Oh
focus.
no, the rain! Stay away, rain!
God.
Oh, they both are so odd. We all know the answer to the question. A grapefruit for sure.
I think you should do a day where you just do a just chatting stream.
It should not be allowed, though. It should not be allowed.
I feel like you having a podcast would just
leave a microphone on Jess and I, and we just talk for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Jesus, Nina! Oh my god, Nina! I'll get banned.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
like I was gonna say like grapefruit, and then Nina was like, I'm gonna take it a step further.
You need a tier list with the citrus scale. Oh my god, this has gotten so
Slowly peeks in. What's going on?
Run away, Taito, run away. What did I do? People ask. I feel like Nerva's gonna take your phone away soon.
Or kitty scream.
How did we get here? Why is Luna's losing her shit? Oh god.
I should.
Oh man. It's starting to rain so hard. I'm so worried. Because I started this for once. Yeah, Luna started it. I made it continue in a bad way.
Hey, Klepto Kitty, what other days do you have off? You and Kenny should do some podcasts.
Oh god, I can't even focus on the game anymore. I can't. I had to stop everything to Google the citrus scale, so I am here for the ride. Yeah, Nina is loving every second of
That's
this.
what she said.
Nina's like, I'm learning a new thing. This is great. Oh my god.
I don't. We were talking about Brazil, and maybe Guy definitely went to Brazil to have some fun. I'll get banned and or canceled so hard. Oh no, wait. What? Oh no, what did you... Oh, if you two did a podcast. Yes.
Alright.
Nina.
Okay,
Oh,
then.
no.
Oh no. You made the mistake. You made the mistake. I'll get banned and canceled so hard.
Okay, I'm caught up with chat. Oh, that was your own fault. I'm sorry.
I also think we have the same sign on the kid I was looking at. I'm laughing at the sentence limits app. Mine sent me to a TikTok where someone was explaining the citrus scale.
Well, it was
Two
saying
people.
lemon had, and it was a picture of a pepper.
Of a pepper, yeah. Oh man. So the Chinese company is one of the companies created by the manufacturer and distribute. They developed summer of 19... Why do I feel like every single one of these fucking divisions is gonna be tied to some girl? I'm on the wiki.
Why citrus fruits? I don't know why citrus fruits. All I can assume is...
Because they're sour.
That's not spicy.
They're they make those faces. Yeah. Well, yes, because we're in 1999 and the citrus scale was that time period. That's where it came from. Is the citrus scale is what we classified fan fictions back then, and they had a whole talk about fan fictions in the game. There was a talk about spicy fan fictions in the game. Fan fictions were being written about this guy. Oh man. Okay, so Lando Hongbao, who is said to be personally over the winner of the Roottree family, is owner of multiple. Okay,
so back to the
but
game.
he has no daughters. Oh wait, no.
I feel like now the rain is starting to subside
He
a little
only
bit
had daughters.
after we've moved away from this topic.
Okay. I don't know if anything about him is actually gonna do any good. They helped expand the product in China in the late 70s. Company seems very accomplished. Their site has quotes from many different reporters and news articles listed on it, nearly every language. Also mentions often that the website is Chinese business, and the mentions the company are focused and not people focused. Do not offer much useful information. Their page contains rudimentary leadership timeline with names that prove that the company had been in the Lang family for a long time. It kind of looks like a family tree. It goes back 250 years in some form or another. Okay, so in the period where the Roottree deal, Lang Hongbao in China, the family name comes first, so Lang is his last name, was the CEO. He died before the internet was widespread, so there's not much about him other than his name on the website. His younger brother, Lang Hongyo, was featured on the history section directly following him, so it seems to only mention of the men. The current CEO is a woman who is listed as Xingyu. The site doesn't list her last name, though she does appear to be in the family tree below Hongbao. So Lang Hongbao? Lang Xingyu?
Maybe.
Lang Xingyu? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Lang is her last name.
pictures.
Business will currently in textile business. Recently, an article written. The article is called "In empowered as recent rise of women entrepreneurs in China. The article states, due to her lack of brothers, she has a younger sister. She took over as the CEO of her family in 1992 after her elderly uncle was deemed unfit to run the company. So she's the child of the original guy.
Due to mental deterioration. Boy, if only people would step in now for certain other people.
This was apparently an extremely controversial move among the company employees, and some of them, the article does not state how many, quit and wrote a letter stating that she must have coerced him in his vulnerable state. Since then, the company has been performing well. Her nephew, who is currently her second in command, is expected to take over when she retires. In the meantime, the board's stance has twist on popular proverb. The article roughly states it as someone that has proven that they can do something well, can do it 100 times well. A unproven leader could doom us all. The article offhandedly mentions that Xingyu was an early adopter of IVF and helped her sister have a child. There's an unsourced picture of Xingyu in the article. It says it's from 1992 when she took over. She was 45 at the time and has been added to your evidence.
Well. Oh, there she is.
So she's old enough to maybe be someone that had an affair with Guy.
She was 45 at the time. Or...
No, in 92 she was 45.
45 and 92. Okay. So, what's our timeline?
Because this is a picture from 92.
Yeah.
She's 45 at the time.
So what's our timeline on the, because it was between 1970...
Do they give a time period? No. Okay. It doesn't come up the purposes of the family tree. The IVF child from a surrogate mother will be marked as belongs to the generic parents. The surrogate who gave birth will not necessarily appear on the chart unless they are part of the family.
Okay.
Okay. What does that do with us with this though? She took over in 92. And it mentions that she helped her sister have a kid and about IVF.
Could this be a dead end?
She would have, yeah, because it could be a dead end. She could be a dead end that has nothing to do with
the Roottrees.
With the Rootrees. Can I search this company? Okay, Thinking Corporation is a company that has helped expand the production since the late 1970s. Yeah, it goes back all the way. I guess we could look at the uncle?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
you missed the L. Boy.
Okay, that just takes us back here. Hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. Okay. We know that she was the daughter of, but he had all daughters at that point. He had all daughters.
Oh god, you're because it talked about here. Okay, yeah, she's the oldest child. Because this was, it went to the oldest child of his kids. But because he only had daughters, it went to the brother. But then she was able to take over. Yeah.
I have to
that one's being picked up.
I'm gonna have to close the window. You done, sir? I'm not done. Anything else to say? Over here? Oh, really? You know you're
being recorded right now.
You're being recorded right now, just so you know. Oh, I don't think you like that.
It's like, shit, I'm being recorded.
Frog's like, oh no. It probably is they like when I'm talking. They're like, oh, sounds. Rain and sounds.
It's raining. I get to come out. Yay! Except when you're trying to drive home at night and then they're hopping across the street and then they just sit there. When
God.
the lights hit them, they're like, oh, don't move.
It's like, no, don't do it.
And it's like, okay, I guess I gotta go around you.
Okay, so that was the China one. Okay, hold on.
Because there were 3 others?
3 others!
Oh, boy.
Okay. It's one of the companies that manufacturing. So this was also during... I guess we also need to do the Roottree Everywhere initiative. Apparently...
Yeah.
Because that was 1979. So right around the same time that he was doing all the bullshit. But obviously because this was when he was alive. It was a non-starter. Negotiations broke down late in the process after the company had already been formed. Then leadership of Roottree went through a very large change soon after, probably because the one guy died.
Yeah.
The CEO of the Roottree France was meant to be Tristan Robert. Alright.
Okay.
Alright. He's a businessman who at one time was in negotiations to take over Roottree France. He's still alive. You come across an interview unrelated to the Roottrees from a few months ago. It seems that other countries have not been immune to the Roottree mania, as you recognize the word Roottree in some of the questions. It seems the interview snuck in a question about his experience with the company at the end of the 70s. Alright, the article is in French. It takes some time to translate sections by section. He mentions Guy by first name only, and the tale he says is quite ugly.
Oh.
Oh boy! Oh boy, here we go. I can taste the fucking grapefruit. Oh no! I love grapefruit. Actually, though, grapefruit is like my favorite citrus. Oh, I'll take that out of context. I like really, really sour bitter fruit. I'm taking Nina's advice. I like grapefruit. Alright, so here's the thing. Guy, the president of Roottree, was one of the worst men I have ever met. He approached my wife about having an affair, which she refused. Then he kept insisting that this was the best way to celebrate the end of our business contract. I don't think he expected her to say no. I don't think he thought that she would tell me about what happened. I punched him in the face and refused to attend another meeting with this man. They lost a lot of money on this deal because not only was he a terrible person, but he was also a terrible businessman.
Yeah.
When he died shortly after, it felt like the universe was working things out. Damn.
Wow.
I wasn't surprised to learn he had a secret child. He seemed to treat women like collectible pocket monsters.
Seems mentioning Pokemon sidetracks the question a bit, and the interview never returns.
Yeah, the mention of Pokemon sidetracked the question, and boom.
Sir,
never
what is your favorite Pokemon, and why is it Bulbasaur?
Oh man. Okay.
What was you said we needed to look up Roottree worldwide or something like that?
Oh, yeah, because it was part of the Roottree Everywhere initiative. Because we have not actually searched that in a... Okay, coincided with the large change in the company had mixed successes. As far as you can tell, different companies related to it were formed in very different, sometimes hazardous ways. There's no organization information about the history of the expansion itself online, but you glean the following. Okay, the Roottree had been distributed globally as certain markets, approved of by Elias as early as 1940. Places like Canada, Mexico, and selective countries in Europe, mostly the UK. Roottree everywhere involved Rootree's expansion into major markets that were not assessed to be ready for Roottree. This started with 4 and it has no share in. Okay, so Australia, Brazil, China, and France.
So it doesn't have a share?
Has no shares in these, I guess. So the only one we haven't Googled yet is the Aussie one. Which just feels like every single one of these has a drip of something bad in it.
Yeah, it seems like maybe the one in France, like he attempted to have an affair but did not happen.
Yeah, but they also said that the one in France had a whole lot of issues and didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
And we're learning it's because the guy punched him in the face.
Well, he didn't want to work with him anymore after
Mine
that.
is Eevee in the Eevee evolution, especially Esperon. Write my story, but I get distracted by whatever the hell Kenny just read.
Oh god, what did you read at that time?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it the grapefruit? Is it because of it wasn't the citrus scale? Is that what really fucking Okay.
What?
So according to the website, Charles Martin, who owned the company that manufactured licorice in Australia, was tapped to run the Roottree factory after he impressed the American leadership at the time.
Oh, the story about him getting punched in the face. That's what distracted him.
The one about being punched in the face. That was a good one, though. It did have some success, but only in certain regions. After the leg of the company shuttered in 1992 after the death of Martin. So now it just serves as an importer and distributor. Okay. So Charles Martin. What can you tell me about him?
Was a candy manufacturer. Let's see, 23.
Okay, Australia. Born in 1923, his popular brand of licorice called Martin's Licorice Bullets. Most of his history is unrelated to the Rootrees. However, in 1979, he helped develop Roottrees Aussie. He used his wealth to build a new factory, and they distributed maple treats throughout through the same methods he had already been using with the previous candy. A website about Australian commerce mentions that he had a very unusual business agreement with the main Roottree company in the U.S., much like how the clandestine? Clanced?
Where? Clanced? Oh, yeah.
I think it was Clance Trust. My brain just like threw it out the window. Distributed the profits from the Roottree company evenly through the family. Profits of the Aussies was 50-50, so the American got 50 and he got 50 to do what he wished. This made Martin very, very wealthy and also led to many cost-cutting measures meant to increase profits as much as possible, especially towards the end of his life in the early 1990s. Roottree candy gained a poor reputation in Australia and the sales suffered badly. Okay. His vast fortune was passed along to his daughter, Robin.
Ooh.
Okay, Robin. Top 100 wealthiest women in the world. She owns a private island off of the coast of Australia where she reportedly has her own exclusive retreat. She has no husband, and there is a widely circulating rumor somewhere in the mid-70s she had a medical procedure to ensure she would never have children. You find a joke on the site called Edgy Jokes, where it implies that she was quite promiscuous and had a punchline involving Robin's eggs. For what it's worth, Martin seemed to lean into the rumor. In the 80s, she often showed up at charity functions with 3 very attractive men wearing a shirt that simply that said simply satisfied partner on it. Damn.
Damn, lady. You're gonna...
Okay,
Okay, I'm just kidding.
I needed, you gotta at least Google the things. Can I Google the top 10 list? No. So she probably is not part of this. There is a chance. Because it was in the 70s that she had it, so because she doesn't want to have kids. So there's a chance that she had an affair, but she is not one of the women that we're looking for, probably, because they are all ones with kids. So she has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that's all of the...
it's all the businesses. So
Yeah.
it's like maybe a possible, but more than likely not.
Yeah. So there's two of them that might have something. The Brazil kind of feels like it maybe does, but it's hard to know.
Because it didn't seem to talk about any people too much. Like it didn't talk about any ladies, it seems.
Yeah.
Like, did none of them have... Yeah.
Well, we learned from the France one that he had a habit of hitting on the wives, and probably any daughters that were the correct age.
Yeah.
For him to be interested in.
Age.
Well, the ones that seemed to be were ones that would probably be the correct age, to be his age that he wanted.
We're still missing something here.
Yeah. Oh, we never looked up the Anami mom.
Oh my god, right. Anami mom.
She was the second highest profile case after Felix, but she was a lie.
Ah, right.
And instead of claiming herself, she claimed that she slept with Guy and has the daughter was a Roottree. As interviewed, she appeared in the shadows with a disguised voice and promoted articles about herself on News Time. In the TV interview in the article, she refers to her daughter as Jane Doe Roottree. My mom was not self-inflicted. It seems to spring up because nobody else knew what to refer to her as. Okay, after the New Time article, Sam Matson publicly supported... oh, God, I need to sit up.
Okay.
Publicly supported Anani Mom due to some parts of the story she found particularly credible. With a momentum of Sam's support, she became, she was really popular. Ultimately, it backfired because they became... Because it was a little too close to Five Pez.
Yeah.
Including her job secretary in the time period, late 70s. After fumbling the Five Pez story so publicly, the Rootrees were more prepared to handle all these cases. Within a week, DNA tests proved that her daughter was not related, and announced in joint press conference representing both of them, each party insured. Immediately after the negative results, many who were already skeptical felt vindicated. Others who built the hope repeated itself after Vipaz felt duped. Many people suspected the whole affair had been a hoax to gain fame and money. Many demanded that Anami Mom was be held accountable, and people began to attempt to track down her true identity. The Roottree company felt pressed to put out a second statement to curb the backlash, even going so far to say that it's not scientifically proven that Jane Doe Roottree is not a Roottree. It doesn't mean that her mother and Guy Hudson were not involved in an affair. She has every right to make her claim, as it's verified that her story about Guy Hudson were not exaggerated. Please leave their family alone. So there's a chance she did have an affair with him,
but did not have a child.
Yes, she had a child with her actual husband.
Anami mom. Not a mom.
Yeah. Jane has already been eliminated as potential new... Yeah. They're verifying Nami Mom's affair does not appear on your updated tree.
Okay.
Because she had an affair, but she did not have a kid with them. Okay, nothing with the secret. So it does say there's like a News Time article. Concino, they are sweet oranges. I love those. Every time I see Kino, my brain starts pictures again. I am told it's not available in the US. Interesting. There is many different types of orange variations here for sure. But yeah, I can't say I've heard of anything like a Kino. But it might be like one of the other types that we have here. News Time article? Can we see the article? Okay. Here on the cover with her holding a picture of her daughter. First and only mention of the phrase is okay. So that's her daughter, but her daughter is not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
DNA test doesn't, because it doesn't say there's anything here. I don't think.
No,
nothing here.
Nothing that would lead to maybe
No,
something else.
it doesn't look like it. It's not giving us a 1 or anything.
Okay. So it's just a dead end.
Just a dead end. Just another lady that most likely had an affair with Guy.
God.
Oh, we didn't. Okay, so I guess there's the Roottree Rift.
Roottree Rift.
The company after the 6 pieces was referred to as the Roottree Rift due to the clear conflict between them. The first is fairly standard. It stated that there was no president to the Roottree family, but the entire family was made aware of the release of the book, and they would be meeting as soon as possible. Only then could they verify the legitimacy of the claim, and it raised and decided on the next steps. The second release was emailed to the business newspapers 3 hours later to announce after a vote Ron Roottree would be taking over temporarily as the interim president. It also went on to state that Ron was aware of the book, had verified the claims within, and would look into compensating Miss Madison and her family immediately. It also stated that the company lawyers would be taking immediate steps with the family to revisit the Clance trust terms to make sure nothing like this ever happened again. It was quickly clear to the business reporters and analysts at the time, between the 2 press releases, that they would not logically sufficient to gain a majority of the family. Even using conference calls, it was reported that many news channels and third, much shorter press release came the next day to claim that the draft of the announcements was premature and that Clark, Rafferty, LaRoux, and Ron Roottree would be taking over as joint presidents. Okay. The president during the routine rift next immediately reversed the announcement, stating that him and Clark would be taking over. A few weeks later, Ron dropped out of the title entirely. There are 100 of results about this development, most article retelling the basic details. Some veer into huge speculation in an article on Business Watch. Okay. Ron has done some interviewing saying the truth of what went on behind the scenes is not something he wishes to discuss. Instead, he hopes to release a movie about it someday. All right.
On.
3 weeks ago, Ron's mother, Gwen, died in Paris, France. He and his brother, Robbie, seem... Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm back.
It was just a quick break.
It was a quick break.
Oh
We're back.
God, my legs.
It's just I had to get up, so I was like, I'm gonna just put the break up because I don't know how long I'm gonna be if I have to get up and come back down. All right, so we learned that the movie star Gwen has passed away.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's an article about him in Business Watch. This is the unluckiest family in history.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Business Watch.
Business Watch. Okay, so there was an article 2 months after the Roottree rift about what really happened with the Roottrees. The article mentions that no one from the Roottree that they reached out to was willing to go on record. Instead, the timeline events has been constructed from public record, accidental leaks, and source on the inside. The only parts that are new to you are some of the most vague parts. The ones supposedly confirmed by a source, okay? The timeline says that the family actually held a preliminary vote after Carl died, but before the release of 6 Pieces. Decided that they wanted Ron to take over, because of his experience running RR Productions. Because he was well known and well respected. But Ron seemed way too eager and personally motivated. They were worried he would gut the clan's trust to remove Robbie, because remember, he wanted to get rid of his brother. He didn't want his brother to be on it for some reason. So I'm wondering if he thinks Robbie is not a Roottree, was like his mom was with someone else or something. They stalled, and Ron became frustrated with the delay. When 6 Pieces came out, he saw his chance to force action while the family was in the limelight, and released the press release himself in an attempt to get the ball rolling faster. This caused chaos within the family. They tried to save face by allowing Ron to take over as co-president with Clark, but according to the Business Watch source, Clark was impossible to deal with. He seemed like he was unwilling to protect the clan's trust, and they eventually let him go. After that, the role was solely Clark's, who no one was excited about, but seemed like the safest choice. Which this doesn't sound too off, because we know that he was trying to get his brother off of the trust for some reason. We learned that last time.
Yeah.
Unsure why, unless what we're going to learn is that they think that the mom had affairs too or something.
Could be.
Okay. I still won though. But I guess we haven't looked up Clark yet since all this either, so maybe it's through that. Yeah, can we look up the clan's trust at all? Is there any more information on this? Is an unusual legal arrangement the motive of this final official decision? Recap: the entire family earns inheritance directly from the profits of the candy company, as well as their sister clothing company Root, with the period. Wait, so what Root has... Wait, what? With the period? I don't understand. This means that nearly every Roottree can potentially have a say in the company's high-level operations. Historically, this caused the family to be slow to approve any major expeditions that could significantly dig into the profits. After the release of 6 Pieces by Sam Madison, the clan's trust came under heavy scrutiny. Sam, her children, and her grandchildren should have been covered under the trust, according to the wording revealed during the internal family conflict between Ron and Robbie. It seemed that those who wrote the trust, Clancy Edward Roottree, I like how he pretty much named it after himself then.
Yeah.
At the direction of Elias Roottree, purposely deceived the rest of the family about the exact details of how it was worded in an attempt to keep Sam and her father, Edward Clancy, his own twin brother, in comparative poverty, because the rest of the family made money hand over fist. They had very little motivation to question their understanding.
Yeah.
Sam's book revealed this to the public, and it did not go over well. Clark Revity LaRoux took over the company, and his most celebrated move was his first official one, to ensure Sam's family would get their share. To help facilitate this, the inheritance aspect of the trust is now under the control of a third party. Ruby Legal Enterprises. I don't know if we've looked up them.
We can look
This
them
family ensures. This ensures that the family financial of the Rootrees. According to Clark's letter, however, some families are still doing their best to slow the investigation. Yeah, as we know. Okay. I like how we're still just having this conversation about lemonade. The lemonade.
I guess it's better than.
Well, because Sprite over there is different than Sprite here, if I'm correct, or something like that.
As long as they're not talking about the citrus scale anymore, right? They've calmed down.
I love how the citrus scale has turned into a talk about lemonade. Okay.
Okay.
San Pellegrino is the name. Yeah. Okay.
Since when? Don't you?
No.
No. No. We were looking up Ruby Legal.
Yeah, Ruby Legal Enterprises. They've been hired. You can't find much information about them. Oh wait, we have read this.
Oh, I guess we did.
It's person because Cicely Sanchez is supposed to offer for portrait of a changed man. Okay. Her nonfiction explorer of the human psyche. Recently, she appeared in a magazine called Picati with the article commissioned to write about Guy Hudson. That's right. Can I search the portrait? No.
No. Well, it's a
Fallout 4 and Gospel. Okay. So what if we search her in... News time?
oh,
Come back. Okay, the lawsuit between Ruby Spratt and the Picati magazine surrounding Cicely Sanchez. Okay. They said Cicely didn't have the rights to redistribute photos in the magazine of Guy Hudson.
Guess we gotta look up that magazine.
Yeah. Apparently announced that they would be pulling their issue the following day, the moment the league threatened them. Okay. So we want to look at... Focus on talking about the toy fish, yeah. Can we open that?
I don't know. It's up on the...
No.
But it has 8 things. We can't scroll down. There's no other pages.
Yeah. It seemed to use photos of Guy that Cicely did not have. Fortunately, the magazine was issued to cease and desist.
Can we look up Guy Hudson in that article?
What, like this?
No, yeah, in the periodicals, and then search it on Where's that? I guess it doesn't.
Yeah, because it says the version here is incomplete. So we don't have whatever pictures were in here because she was not allowed to put them in there.
Wait, can I see something?
Yeah.
Oops, not that one. That one. June 1999.
Yeah, because it was just recently that it was put out. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that is giving us time frames. Okay. I was wondering because it's like, but maybe I just didn't notice the times.
Yeah, this is all around the same period.
What if? Can we look up?
What, Basil Bulb?
Maybe, or maybe like Picati magazine or discontinued magazine. Yeah, maybe that.
So I think we tried to Google this and we didn't really get anywhere. Nope, this is literally that's talking about
Yeah.
the actual bass itself. And then they thought it was that just is a collector's item. Unless we just do Piketty.
No, she did not answer. Nerf was wondering if he should add the soda to the to his care package.
Oh, the one sodas. I don't know if you can send. Can you? Would they let you send a carbonated or like a beverage like that across?
I don't know. I mean, we send liquids as long as they're not flammable.
I guess that's true.
I mean, the post office sends
Like, I wouldn't
liquids.
say no. Like, did you read that title? Filling homes with satanic messages. What is wrong with people? Oh.
Hey, it was 1999, and the devil was everywhere, apparently.
Yeah. So how could we get?
The Satanic Panic, that's what it was. D&D was evil.
Because it was about a book, and the book was about Guy Hudson.
You saying she wrote the book?
She was supposedly writing a book about Guy Hudson.
Because what's the name of the...
I don't know, it doesn't tell you. About a book she was commissioned to write for Guy Hudson.
Wish I could change man those. I guess we can look up those books, because you can.
Yeah.
With her name, because it's the author and then the book.
Cicely. Was it? Sanchez. Sanchez.
Nurse said he sends
No.
one package, that one package filling a whole shipping container.
Okay, what if we do a portrait of a changed man because that's best known?
Maybe.
Did I spell her name wrong?
Maybe check her name. Maybe just copy paste her name.
Yeah.
Unless she used a pen name, but I don't.
No, it
so.
says she's well known.
It's 2025. They're saying the same thing
Okay.
in different words. Mostly just saying the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've gone back to saying that video games are the cause of violence again.
Yep. What if everything you stand for, everything you know to be true could disappear in an instant? All of your politics, relationships gone in a blink of an eye. Would you still be you? Sancha tells a powerful story about a man who woke up after being saved from drowning in his backyard pool, became an entirely different person. Included are interviews from those that knew him best before,
As well.
as one-on-one chats. Those paint an entirely different picture. Okay, what if that were me?
Okay. Well, now we can look at the other book. That was a sequel?
Or follow-up.
Yeah. Foreign Gospel.
Gospel tells a tale of a man from a Catholic church who claims to be told by God to travel to Thailand and begin to preach. Specifically, the goal to convert 10,000 people. He returns to the U.S. just after 2 years, claiming to have succeeded. Okay. But what about her new one?
Yeah, I guess we gotta figure out what that new book is supposed to be called.
Yeah. But when I try to Google...
Her name?
Connor's friend Seki recently appeared in a magazine because she was yeah, because they took it's a collector's item now. Oh, can we Google does it have like a I guess June 1999? What if we Google that? But Cody June 1999.
Yeah, let's try it. Kenny opens her front door and there's a taped up fridge box on the porch. She opens it and it collapses to reveal Nerf and Nina with a signboard. We are the gift.
Darn.
Yeah, it didn't work.
No. If I just put
That's too many lines.
Damn.
We are not in that year yet. Although I doubt we'll get there.
Yeah, but we don't even get to read the story. What? Utensil that will help you lose 50 pounds. Maybe if we do Basabelba?
Maybe.
We're just trying anything.
You gotta learn to spell it though. Elbub. Elbub.
Nope, that's not anywhere. Roottrees secrets.
It's okay. The people who would deliver here I don't work with.
What's the satanic messages? Yeah. Yeah, because we can't, there's 8 different things from this, so there's something.
Yeah, I don't, what's the name of the talking bass again? What if we just look up the name of the fish? Big sass sea bass. So what if we just look that up?
I think we did.
Did we? God, I can't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah, because the sea bass, it was along with the one article. They appeared on the cover in the same issue in which the one thing was removed. Because they keep saying it's a collector's item.
We can ask the duck for help.
God, that's way too soon to be asking the duck for help.
What do you mean it's way too soon?
Because it's gonna give us anything. It's gonna like send us on a goose chase of some other thing. All right. We couldn't get anywhere with. I'm amazed there isn't any information about the supposed book.
Yeah, it's like the problem is we have that magazine.
We have it with it removed, and they're like, oh, well, it's a collector's item. I'm like, you say that there's somewhere something?
An ad's about to start in a moment, so in a minute.
Okay, so this is just the original one about him.
Yeah.
And this is about the car crash of him and his wife dying. This is about him being tied to that person. do this recall, the version is incomplete. No, I would assume not anywhere else.
Yeah, we're like, stupid fish.
Stupid fish not helping us. Kneel before the sacred duck, ask and you shall receive its blessing.
The forbidden cake.
Yep. Yep. God, the reminders have 8 as well.
God.
Just yeah, both were in the TV show Brother Troubles. Embezzled. Robbie embezzled money, fled to Paris. And tried to... Okay, so that's what it was. Robbie stole money and fled to Paris. That's what happened. I forgot. That's what happened. Oh, right. Family Man. A book about was just propaganda, not useful. Family Man, the Roottree Legacies by Bess Williams was a very poorly received book about them.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Bess Williams?
She was born in the late 1800s. So, Mammy.
Okay, so she had minor history. Her only notable was the book.
Oh.
It had been all but forgotten until recently when it was re-released. So it was dedicated to her because she had long passed. The site dedicates to hurricane statistics and also mentions Bess. The Bow Catterall Library, not far from where she lived, was particularly destroyed in the hurricane. They rebuilt it. They named the non-fiction section after her. The library was expanded again in 1950 and then closed in 1963 when multiple large libraries opened the surrounding area and made it redundant. Okay, just, you know, more information that doesn't mean anything. Forbidden cake. Oh no.
No, not again.
The tiny child's like, no! We just had this conversation yesterday.
We'll have the conversation again in a month.
I'm amazed that Creation doesn't know it. Real Creation, you just have to listen back to yesterday's stream.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, yesterday. Because it was
Okay.
V-Rising.
Oh, okay.
Because it was also when we had the conversation about Ratatouille.
God, that Ratatouille
It
conversation.
ran into the conversation about Ratatouille.
Just...
Yeah. I'm bringing her boyfriend into an embarrassing situation. Yeah. Can I look up this library? I don't know if this library means anything, but I'm gonna look it up. I got a picture?
You got a picture? Ooh, where? Who's that?
I got a picture of the library.
Oh, that must be the lady who died in the, Oh, wait, click on the face.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, it is... Okay, so this is the statue. According to the site, it's said to be an unknown author.
I think it's the author that died in the hurricane. And... sounds like she might have had... Because she was... It was that author you were just reading about who had a history with the Rootrees. She might be having... She may have had an affair with
Bess!
one of the older...
Her name was Bess, wasn't it? No, Beth was the name. Wait. Her name is Bess.
Bess Williams. I mean, Bess could be short for Bethany.
No, because... Oh, I guess that's true.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure her name was Bess. If they mentioned
Robert
her as
and Bob.
Bess... Yeah, but for her to be mentioned as author Bess Williams.
Today's conversation is titled Forbidden Fruit. Bear of Chaos.
Okay.
Welcome, Bear of Chaos.
Yeah, because that's just an old one. Today's conversation is titled Forbidden Fruit. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't realize the words over the pie say forbidden out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because they're so small.
Oh, Tasha will not be surprised you were the main actors in the story. You listened to the conversation. We lived through the situation. Oh. Okay, so this is the library. No longer exists. You searching it across. Okay, yeah, because of the unknown author, the picture has been added to your evidence. Another is a printing press that was used in Miami. This is the original print of the.
Ooh.
Can I look this up? I don't know why I want to look it up, but it doesn't seem relevant to your search at all. Okay.
Hmm.
What was the older one? Okay, it was just way less. Oh! She lived out and died tragically young in a major hurricane that struck the area.
Yeah, in 1926.
In 1926. So is...
Yeah, so more than likely she had an affair with...
Elias.
Or...
She might be,
Marish... what are the dates there?
1921.
Yeah.
She
so
died
1926.
1926.
So she could be...
She could be this... And maybe she had a kid?
Who got married.
Okay, so we're saying this is probably her.
Yeah.
And we don't have...
We don't know who that could be, though.
Because it was in the 20s.
Yeah, so...
I think that has to...
Well, that was when it was founded. Yeah. So it could be him. I mean, it's the only... And hello, Puck. How many affairs have you uncovered?
Well, we know this affair.
So we figured
And
out...
we know this affair.
We figured out that Guy Hudson is the guy with the many affairs, not the evangelical.
Not the evangelical.
Or televangelist, sorry. I get those two mixed
up. But we also have a
Basically
picture of
thing.
him, so I have a feeling he's somewhere here. Probably here.
Probably.
Because why do we now have a new picture of him? Unless he means something.
Yes.
Okay, so I just need to Google Elias then?
Yeah.
If we need a picture of Elias Roottree, I guess if I just Google him, search him. Really, certain of company, 6-week candies have been placed less of emphasis on Elias's historical brand, connecting figure. Okay, the quotes from her book have been taken down. Okay. So the farm is shut down indefinitely right now.
Okay.
So can we look up the farm then? Nope, that takes us back here.
Maybe we look up in the magazines again.
So what was her? Okay, there are a few famous quotes from the Family Man book. They're all biased. Is a massive understatement. Below that is long line accomplishments, like his great grandson Carl. Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. Okay, so maybe we should look up her book, like physically look it up, maybe. Yeah. In the library.
in the library. And now
And
we
then
need
her name. Bess Williams.
Oh, gotta put that S once you get there.
Oh, yep.
Yay, we're getting a JPEG.
Okay.
Where is it there?
All right, we got the Family Man book. Back again.
Don't forget to click his face.
Right, we need his face. Okay, so Bess Williams. Oh.
Did Grandma Roottree own a fruit bus?
She did own a fruit farm.
So.
Well, a maple farm. So
Oh.
he was original president.
Yeah. He was President the First.
And she was an author.
Yes. So who's their... Gosh, we gotta figure out who their kid was.
Okay, propaganda information, especially of bias and miscellaneous nature, promoted. Okay, but if you replace the definition of the definition with the picture, it would be a picture of this book. The book tells you nothing new about Elias, and you know about his true feelings towards some extended family. If you're not sure, it tells you anything true about Elias. Either the book was reissued.
Was so lazy that they reused the famous photo of Elias from Business Watch, whose copyright had expired.
Okay. The best thing it has going for it is only 85 pages long. Okay, there's two things from this still.
Not sure what.
Is it just to go back to the Business Watch?
Maybe.
Like, should I just be going back with Elias?
We could try.
Yeah, whatever. I just wanted to copy it and I accidentally hit the wrong button. Just hit the wrong button, okay?
Business Watch. This page has been updated for, let's see, has been updated for at least 8 months. It may now be irrelevant. Okay, so.
Okay, so none of these things seem new. Just curious if there's like any, I don't know, new information? No. Darn.
Not even in Scandals or Salacious, whatever the hell it was.
Man.
Oh yes, one of the possible affair children definitely had lemons. Yeah.
It's like, does that mean we've messed something up? Because there's definitely, I would assume at that point there's 4 people there.
I don't know. I feel like I can't think of anything, and everything we type in that
Because
we
at least
should...
this and his picture, if it was him, that was the original.
Yeah, because she's a writer.
I tried secretary to see if that would fix anything.
No, doesn't seem to. Because
Yeah, she was an author.
who are we missing? There should be 5 people. Like, there's an option for dead, is there?
No, I don't think so.
Secretary retail?
Didn't change anything.
Honestly, we should have found something.
Like, even, like...
Yeah, like, we have... do they... Just gonna put them everywhere. It's 1949.
Okay, good to know. Can only be in one place. Because when I move him, it moves him from there.
Yeah.
Which I'm still thinking this has something to do with Miracle. Preacher. I think he's hiding something still.
Alright. Elias. Oh.
Okay.
So what did we mess up?
We're gonna find out. Bess might not be. Bess might be. Oh no, Bess is right. Wait.
Oh,
Wait, his name is. Do we need to make his original name? Is it Steven, not. Do we have to put in.
Oh.
Oh,
Has
hey!
Clark reached out to you? Well, let me give you a short history lesson about the last few months of my life.
Okay.
3 different people contacted me, claiming that somewhere in their history, they might be Roottrees. First, that young man, the rapper. I ignored that one. He seemed dubious. But then I saw the news. I felt terrible, so I began helping the others. Because my doubts with Felix were so misfounded, I ended up putting too much faith in the second person that approached me.
Yeah.
I went to the media prematurely. I admit my mistake there. But the
So
third
who's the
person
third?
who contacted me also had a credible case. Before I could help, the company got to them somehow.
Okay.
The fact that the family silenced them doesn't seem to fill me with hope when it comes to Clark's intentions. But you're making progress based on the leads he gave you. It's really hard for me to get a read on him. I'll let you handle it.
Kind of cheated,
I've
but
sent
you know.
you the case I've been working on, and some company records I managed to track down.
Oh.
Okay.
The
Okay.
records are quite dense, but hopefully they're useful.
Oh,
Good
good.
luck.
They're quite dense.
They're quite
Oh,
dense.
God.
Okay, so what? Eh?
Yeah. David.
David? You have to put his original name?
Yeah. David Fellows.
David
Oh,
Fellow?
yeah. Okay. I thought it.
What's wrong here, though?
We probably have to go back to cashier.
Cashier? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't. I guess maybe because
Oh,
of
God.
David.
Oh, sorry. I was saying 4 out of 12 when it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, every 4.
Yeah.
Every 4 it's gonna give us.
So that's a big jump.
Okay. Alright, so maybe she was cashier and he, yeah, maybe needs to be his name from birth.
We have
Which,
to,
right,
oh,
yeah, it's supposed to be
yeah.
name from birth. And yeah, we got this right. And I was right that he was gonna be the other infidelity.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to hide. That's what he was trying to hide.
I figured his son would have been the one that had the 5.
I know, we were so sure that it was gonna be him or his son that had the 5. But nope, it was the guy that died young. Oh. And then, whatever's happening here.
Yeah, we don't know who.
We don't know who has divorced recently and gotten married to someone else. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I was about to say, do you really want to read the confidential?
Regina Clementine came to her and claimed that her husband had confessed he thinks he's a Roottree. The details of the case can be found in your evidence. Stuart is the older boy wearing the vest. The woman in the photo is Mary Beth Clementine, a singer who may have had an affair with Miracle.
So,
Okay.
I guess we gotta go and put her for.
She's a singer. She traveled around the country performing at churches. Is a religious and popular songs, although she recorded a few records. They seem long lost. Okay. The only one you managed to find the cover of, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, released under the label New Edison. He's got the whole world in his hands. One thing Mary Beth was known for was her adoptions. She listed so many sites that mention adoptions and history of adoption. She adopted 2 children in her late 1940s.
Stuart Mark.
But
oh no. She might not have been married at that time.
so she just pretended to have adopted?
Yeah. If I
Maybe it's
pretend that I
19
adopted the kids, no one can call me out on my hypocrisy.
Yeah. She's also spoken to an advocate for the benefits of adoption in front of the U.S. Congress in 1949, who were convening in debate and discussion the then recent first adoption of African American child to the white family. She was there to detail her experience going through the system to adopt Stuart. Her other son was adopted later, and according to this single line on one adoption site, under unusual circumstances. Okay, so maybe she adopted from someone else, and that's why Stuart thinks he's... because maybe a churchgoer.
Maybe?
Because in their line, the person had a spouse?
We could probably still put her... We could probably still put her in there, just like as a reference for us.
Yeah.
Do you remember her name?
What is her name? What is her name? Mary Beth.
Mary Beth.
All right, Mary Beth.
Clementine.
Clementine.
That was it.
Yeah.
And she was a musician.
Musician. But there's a chance she adopted it
from
from
and then her
someone
husband.
else.
Which we have a picture of the husband.
Yeah.
Which should be him, right?
Assuming it's him.
What was his name? Reginald, maybe? Or... No, I'm sorry, Regina.
What of Regina, yeah. Singer who may have had the affair. Okay, so it surfaced that Mary Beth had been twice divorced, both times to her manager Sterling. This ended her career with the religious audiences because
She got a divorce.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
So Sterling might be the guy?
Yeah, because they did have a divorce.
But I don't know if...
What was his name? Sterling something?
I don't know if we know.
Is it also Clementine? Probably.
No, because that would have been her name. Ooh, look her up.
And yeah.
In not the Business Watch, but I'll check.
The musician one?
I'll check everywhere.
Oh, she's
okay.
in the Butler County.
Okay. Because came to Butler County a few times and played hymns. She was mentioned 2 times, though her first visit from 1949 was more substantial. Is that when? Yep, 1949.
Yeah.
Nicole Congregation welcomes Mary Beth Clementine with open arms. The article mentions that the church leader was moved when he heard Mary Beth's recordings of one of his favorite hymns, His Eye is on the Sparrow, and reached out to her personally.
Oh, right. We need to look up the music too later.
Yeah. His Eye is on the Sparrow holds a very special meaning to me. As you know, I had a very difficult upbringing. It's no secret about my own eyes. I've always been a source of struggle. The song is overcoming sadness and hardship through Jesus. If God can find a way to watch over every sparrow, he can certainly watch over those made in his own image. My family's fortune does me no good as a man of the Lord. It is much better spent spreading his word. I have felt a kinship with Mary Beth ever since I heard her voice. When I learned of her personal story, I knew I had to help in whatever way I could. The Bible is full of adoptions, from Moses to Ether. Spending your life taking care of those helpless to help themselves is incredibly noble. She and her son are welcome to stay at our guest house. The second visit was a few years later in 1953. The article mentions that her first visit was a massive success, and at an insistence of Miracle's congregation, she returned for an encore performance. It was also mentioned that the unusual circumstances of her second son adoption had prevented her from touring recently, but doesn't clarify. I wonder if second was not an actual adoption, it was a...
Yeah.
Okay, reviewed and advertised many times in Modern Musical Monthly, but the most popular recording was of the cover "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands," under the label New Edison. Oh, label. We can look up the label, maybe?
Yeah, try that.
Part of the cover of... okay, some of the opponents have a positive review of her cover, and the writer complimented her voice and the tone of her guitar. The review had nothing to say about Mary Beth herself, so it's not much use. There were also some Mary Beth Clementine releases that appeared later in life. One of them, The Old Rugged Cross, which is the only song that is advertised but not reviewed. Okay. Any other information about her? I'd assume not. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, maybe from the label. Because maybe... Okay. New Edison was a small record label in Los Angeles that existed for a few years in the 40s. It raced to release covered records of songs that were gaining in popularity, according to the website about the history of the recorded sound. It was named Sterling Edison. His last name is Edison.
Okay.
Okay.
And then her two sons, who we have the name of.
Yeah. Also, famous. Okay. Also references of New Edison, Mary Beth, at the site of the old records. The Holy Grail is the re-release of The Old Rugged Cross, and it says the first edition was originally published before she legally changed her name. Okay, so she's not called Mary Beth Clementine then. Another site claims the police had to be called to the New Edison records after its owner, Sterling Edison, got in a physical altercation in public, leading to a divorce. No cited. Okay. Alright, so there's an email address at the bottom of the phrase, "Send me your stories about old Hollywood and I will add them to the page." Okay. So the old rugged cloth. Okay, that's not gonna do much help. So supposedly she has an edition before she changed her name. So there was another name? But I guess we can now search him. Oh no, that just takes us back here. Darn. Oh, can we search this? Edison was one of the first record labels. Its lawsuit in 1949. The lawsuit mentions it was a fun case because the name of the lawsuit was actually the biggest problem for the person being sued. The record producer, who called himself Edison, was immediately outed as not actually being named Edison. Edsel was a German last name, and at the time the founding company, the U.S. was at war with Germany. The founder immediately settled to try to get the case put away. Okay. So his last name wasn't Edison, it was Edsley. Edsel? Edsel? Oh god, they're gonna murder me. They're gonna murder me in chat. So that was actually his last name.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Stuart. Well, we know the boy is named Stuart. Okay. So we know first is Stuart. Do we remember what the other boy's name was? What was the other boy's name?
Was it in the picture? Wasn't in the picture, was it? On the bottom row, yeah.
So does the older boy wearing a vest. I feel like they did talk about it though. Where was that?
I think it was in when it was giving her biography.
Mark. I assume their last name is just her last name? Maybe? Since it was not known that she was married, so maybe they had her last name?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm assuming, maybe.
And then obviously, they are both... Okay, I guess we could just Google them. So, Mark. Crocodile Clementine is listed on a website titled The Infamy List. It's a massive list of criminals. Oh, dear. Okay. Implying that he hails from Florida. A lot of others are on the list. Are there also Australia? Mark is listed being from Los Angeles. He's a pretty big entry. He seems like a real piece of work. There is a very small note about him being the basket baby of 1950, but most everything else comes from his adulthood. He lost his job in 1975 as a pilot for regional airlines after he tried to board the wrong airline plane. He was drunk and was charged with trespassing and assault. In 1982, he was arrested for transporting smuggled animals over the Canadian and Mexican borders for an illegal reptile supplier in Los Angeles. He was apparently quite successful for the first 4 years, but was caught when he had to make an emergency landing in Portland after being bitten in the foot by a crocodile, hence the nickname. Damn. This is funny. Apparently the Portland Telegraph is credited as having given him the nickname. His mugshot from the incident have been added to your photo. In 1993, he was released on parole, but his freedom did not last long. He was arrested in 1994 in San Diego for violating it in an attempt to visit his daughter's graduation. He famously punched the principal, a man named Billy Sims. The incident received national press. Okay, so we're going to be able to learn about his daughter. Billy Simmons is the principal of Sandstone Canyon High School, who had his 15 minutes of fame in 1994 when he was punched by Crocodile Clementine. At the graduation ceremony, pretty much every news organization from trustworthy to tabloid seems to have their own take on the altercation. It isn't the punch that captured the nation's attention. However, instead, it was Bill Simmons' matter-of-fact response to the threat and his comments afterwards, as heard in a now famous audio clip from someone who was recording the ceremony. Bill saw Mark hop onto the graduation stage and said, "Sir, you'll want to sit down or we'll have a problem." At that point, Crocodile reportedly sucker punched him in the face. Billy, apparently only slightly dazed, said, All right, sir, I guess we'll have a problem. Clementine tried to throw another punch, and Simmons anticipated it and performed a maneuver that spectators described as a wrestling move mixed with a backward somersault, which immediately brought both men to the floor as Simmons straddled Clementine, keeping him neutralized. As security arrived, the recording captured someone asking, "How did you do that?" And Simmons responded was famously, "Trust me, I'm surprised as anyone." Damn.
It got crazy.
It got crazy. Okay, so that was Mark. I guess we can hold on.
Oh. Did you not?
Should we use the older picture of Mark?
Well, I mean, put the kid photo back in. I mean, because
Okay.
there's two photo options.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Do I have criminal?
Do we not know what was his last job?
He was a criminal. I guess he's a pilot. I guess I would put pilot because he's a pilot. I guess.
And it's saying that's not the right picture?
Well, I don't know if I have enough. I'm just saying I have two pictures of him. But I guess I could just leave the kid picture. Maybe the bonus will be
Well, because usually the bonus is open, but when you clicked on it,
it says you have to verify this person before you'll be able to add the bonus photos.
Well, it's up to you if you want to make him the kid, or if you want it as the kid or the criminal. The mugshot or the kid.
We'll keep it as the kid. That's fine. I look up the high school. I don't know why I care to look up the high school. It's a high school in San Diego. There's not much information about it, but there's a lot of information about the incident.
Yeah.
Which I think is just the same old. Okay, so we know that he has a daughter.
I guess the question is, what's the daughter's name?
There's no information about that, but I guess we can do Stuart now.
Stuart!
Seems like he's a police officer. Okay. So most we found out is he's a police officer.
Okay.
Police officer.
It's part of the Popo.
No? Come on!
God.
Their last name is Clementine, I know that. Word.
Officer Clementine.
Okay, I'll be about Regina Clementine from New Orleans. Her husband, Stuart Clementine. Okay, so, Regina, right, Regina. Regina. I guess we just put Clementine for now, because I don't think we know her. Okay. Does that mean her name used to be Salazar?
I don't know.
I don't know what I don't know what that means.
Well, you can always just type it in. No.
Is it Spanish for something?
I think.
New Orleans, Louisiana, and her husband Stuart Clementine. She wrote me about a month ago. Apparently the Roottree lawyers went after her since then. By the time I received the letter and called her, she told me that she could not cooperate anymore. Her husband, who is a police officer, never knew his father. Told her he thought he might be a Roottree, but he's estranged from his family and didn't want to pursue it because he had no proof. She wrote to me behind his back. Normally I wouldn't be so sure, but there's some credible facts.
Okay.
Okay, her mother, Stuart's mother was Mary Beth Clementine. She was well known in the 30s to 50s. I think the spider page for it might have had actual information. What?
No, I'm pretty sure we can click on it.
Oh! So originally it was called, oh my god, that's, okay.
So yes, her name was Salazar.
So I need to change her name then.
Yes.
Salazar. Put that in there. Okay.
Salazar.
Her husband, who was a police officer, never knew his father, told her he thought he might be a Roottree, but he's estranged from his family, didn't want to pursue it. Okay. Stuart's mother was named Mary Beth Clementine. She was well known in the 30s to 50s, a singer who went on tour at a lot of churches. You can look her up online. Okay, I know for a fact that she came to Butler County a few times. I remember her from when I was younger. Regina said that Stuart told her that they always seemed to spend a lot of time at the Miracle Church. She sent me a photo to prove that she's who she says she is. I've attached this email.
Luna's is starting some shit. I don't know what she's talking about.
which was right this time. Wind.
I don't know. Who's Sam again? Y'all went against me on that one. But I don't know, just
okay, so that's just her book. Okay.
because the thing is, whenever we type in something that does not look right, it's usually that amount of wordage, and I think at that
I think our brains just saw it, immediately thought it was them saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine."
It was practically the exact spacing and paragraph. It was like, yeah, okay, well that's not right, I guess. Well, I'm glad they had that in there, like Nee Salazar.
That didn't get us anywhere.
Oh, did we look up the music?
Also, is that literally our genealogy genie? Is that really our email? Or is this from something else?
I don't know.
What about it?
Oh, I was saying the music. Did we, I don't remember if we looked up the music or not. Because I think one of the songs...
The problem...
Clementine songs. Because I know it said a lot of them you couldn't find anymore, but there was one that you could find called... What was it? Has the World in His Hands or something?
Yeah, the problem is that is like a actual very... If I put Clementine at the end?
It's not.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just blank for some reason. It's a bit of a bug.
I can't. Because the whole world in his hands is just it's a choir. It's a...
Oh, did we look it up in the periodicals? I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of.
I don't. Oh, that instead just put Clementine Salazar there. Oh my god, I give up. I give up. Can we... Yeah, because when we did it not actually search the other thing?
I don't...
Oh yeah, it just doesn't search it at all. Interesting. Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, they just say it's not used because he's got the whole world in his hands. It's a song. She didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's just a choir song. It's just a church choir song. That's why I immediately knew what song it was.
I mean, yeah, we knew what song it is, but maybe... Well, I guess we already have her picture, so we don't need some other random picture.
Yeah.
Because usually that's what we had to do to get their picture, was find the music that they were doing.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
see, that's just... It's non-relevant. Okay.
God, none of this is relevant.
Nope, none of it's relevant.
Why is it not relevant?
Oh! Shit.
What? Did we miss something?
Freaking crocodile man. Baby basket.
Baby
Okay. A 50th gospel singer named Mary once found herself dealing with a real-life baby Moses situation. Apparently, she was a rather prominent supporter of the concept of adoption, and someone decided to test how much. They left a baby on her doorstep in a basket. According to the sites, she adopted him without question and raised him as her own. Although it wasn't national news in many circles, he became known as Basket Baby and even went on tour with her as he grew up. None of the websites state who the women or the baby were, likely to prevent someone from looking up either people too closely. You know that it is her and it's her son Mark, who would be later known as Crocodile Clementine. But again, we have more than 4 people here. But the spouse came in just fine.
Yeah.
Is there like rapper? No.
No, musician.
Musician.
I know. I was thinking that too. It's like would they have separated a rapper from a musician? They're the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Unless they're singer? No.
No. Okay.
There's no
Yeah, that would
singer
be
either.
very confusing.
Just musician. I just don't know what else she would be. Because this is obviously right.
Yeah. Unless retail?
I can go back to retail. But again, it's like the kids are in there. We know their last name is Clementine. We know the idea is they maybe had an affair. Unless it's not them this entire time. I don't get it because this has been the most and then like the fact that the husband locked in, no problems.
What the fuck?
I don't get it.
I don't know. We could have clicked the duck.
The problem is there's too many things here. The duck is not going to help us. It's going to send us there's a high chance it's going to send us somewhere completely different than what we're working on.
Maybe that's what we need.
I don't want that. I don't want to be sent on another goose chase.
Okay.
We already have 20 other goose chases going on here right now.
Okay. It's all right.
Oh, jeez. I don't want to read this, though.
How many pages could it be? Oh, no. It's like...
Well, don't scroll through it because I want it to stay new. So, because we're close to the end of stream, anyways.
Well, we haven't started it.
So I want that to stay new, so I don't forget. Oh god. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't. Unless we're supposed to put in Regina Salazar.
Is it wanting Joanne's birth last name? According to creation, he's asking a question.
Joanne's birthday?
Chevy, my phone died. What did I miss? Well, we still
do we know that information? Because they do want maiden names. You are right.
So, how do we find Joanne's?
Unless we just Google her?
We could. Because...
Joanne... How did you... 2 N's. Okay, 2 N's and an A. No. Oh, fellows with the ES. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yep, Dirty Davy. Okay. No. What if I put Riley? Damn. Unless they actually wanted Riley? Or Felix? Oh, Felix. Sorry, I'm doing his name wrong. It's Felix.
Oh, yeah.
I just like fucked everything up at some point. I'm fucking it all up again. I forgot the E again. That's why it's not working. I give up. I give up.
I don't know.
I'm spelling everything wrong is all I'm guessing right now. Everything is being spelt wrong. I'm failing at spelling everything. Give me this. Give me this. I just can't. Okay. I copy paste it so if it tries to fight me. But I don't know. Because I know he was on Team Blast, wasn't he? Yeah, because that gives you his birth date.
Team Blast!
I don't know if we know what his... Oh god, I forgot I was that zoomed in. I don't know if we know what his mom's...
maiden name is?
Yeah. Because they just refer to her as fellows. See, this one says he was born Felix, not David. I don't know, what if I make him Felix again? What if we name him Felix again? I'm trying anything at this point. I don't know. I just don't get it.
I don't know either.
So we know that's what this whole line is about. Like, it's supposed to be the oh, I don't know.
And then another question is, who are the two Roottrees that got together? And it's like, everything is just so...
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to that part.
It's like, we seem to know who the adulterers are. at least.
Well, 2 people that were on this list
Got married.
have gotten married. Or 2 of these people that were already married on this list have had a kid. Is it that these 2 have had a kid? Is that like the new thing? Is it literally that just...
I mean, you can put it down if you want.
Because it's just an update, they said.
Oh.
So I'm like, is it that, like...
I mean...
What is her name? Stephanie?
Because it was Stephanie...
Landon?
Oh, didn't we see her in one of the periodicals for the local area?
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, right, she goes by Stephanie Jones now.
Oh. New JPEG.
And new picture.
There they are!
Hey, I figured it out!
Yay! What were their jobs again?
It's right there, it's fine. Oh.
Wait, he's got 2 pictures?
No.
Yes?
He just doesn't have a picture. He doesn't have a
Oh,
picture.
right. Sorry. I keep thinking...
He's a husband. He doesn't have a
keep-
picture.
I keep thinking when it's the small pic, when it has, like, it's an extra picture. It's like...
Okay. Oh, Brian Jones. Brian Jones. Brian Jones. And she is Stephanie Landon. She was politician. Politics.
Baby.
Baby. What her name?
What is baby's name?
What baby's name?
We might have to look it up.
What baby name? Her daughter's named after her grandmother. Okay. Okay.
Her grandmother.
Okay.
Samantha? Because... No, you have to scroll up.
Which grandmother?
What? Well, that's her mother.
But no, remember? Her mother is a lesbian. So which grandmother? Oh.
That's...
Okay.
That would be the grandmother right there. Because that's the
Okay.
only grandmother we know of.
No, I thought they meant grandmother like the baby's grandmother. But okay. Okay, yeah, maybe Clara? What happens the night before Christmas? Oh, consider she was born the night before Christmas. I'm not sure how Clara is a... That doesn't... I don't know how that has anything... What does Clara have to do with Christmas? I'm confused. It's not on the list.
It's not on the list.
Because that's not her name.
They said the... Okay, whose grandmother then are they
Her
referring?
grandmother.
Then...
I bet it's Caroline. Because Carol. I was right.
They worded it weird.
What if her, okay, so her last name... Okay,
Jones.
Jones. So she's maybe Carol? Because it's
There
not
we
Caroline. There's no Caroline, but there is Carol. Okay. Please. Please?
Oh, right, because he's not important. I can't, Brian? It's, oh, right.
So... I have so many questions. Then what is wrong here?
I don't know. What is wrong there? What is wrong there?
So maybe there's someone else that isn't her that is the...
That has to be her.
Because the spouse is correct.
Is her last name not?
Oh, right! Because she has a different name. That's what it is. She has a different name. This is probably something to do with the fact that we can't figure out what exactly to put as her profession.
I'm gonna say we should just stick with cashier because that's what she was when she died. When she totally overdosed, guys.
I don't know. Maybe he is David. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put it back to David, I guess.
Also, ads are starting.
But bam! Oh shit! Because we're supposed to be ending stream, not
Oh.
running ads. All right, but there we go. I got one of them done. No problem.
Rachel, put the gun down. No, get it away from your head. No. I mean, Kenny.
I missed it. How did you figure it out? I guessed. I went, wait, if they're both...
That's not
What
a
if-
guess. You had an epiphany.
I had an epiphany. I'm like, what if it's just that one of these people had a baby? And then I had that moment of...
Well, those two were... She was pictured pregnant in the original photo.
She was, yeah. So then my brain was like, wait, wasn't she pregnant in the photo? So wouldn't it just be because they said it was an update? Family tree update. She had the baby because she was pregnant in the photo. And that's where my brain went... I did the math. The math, I finally calculated what it said and realized what it meant. That it was just an update because they had the baby. So obviously the family tree was updated because they had a baby.
Lunos math meme. Or, sorry, Kenny math meme. Brain...
I am not Lunos.
I know, brain is not functioning right now. Because they were talking about Lavos.
Oh, okay, sure. Blame it on them talking about Lavos, huh?
I was reading the Lavos
Blame
thing, and
it
I was
on
like,
Chevy
why are
talking about Lavos.
I was reading that
On
and I was
Valentine's Day, you wrong named me. Do I look like Lunos? Divorce! Valentine's Day! That's how this stream is.
It doesn't help that we started this whole stream saying we're looking at infidelity on Valentine's Day.
How could you do that to your wife? See? How could you? How could you?
Is the stream over yet?
You can keep him up. Don't want him. Okay, sorry. Outside the window again.
Anyway.
You're talking about your mom does that all the time. My husband might be broken, but I'm happy keeping it. That is true.
We're all broken.
Our mother does mix us up all the time. So I guess it's really easy.
Especially easy when you have so many names running through your head. And then...
Sure. Excuses is all I'm
I'm
hearing.
sorry, how big is your family compared to mine?
My family's much smaller. You have way less names to figure out compared to your family.
My point?
There is literally a cousin with the same name as me.
Like,
I have not heard of there being a cousin with the same name as my sister.
See, but when you find someone with a similar name, it makes it a little bit easier. And then I also have to remember our internet names.
But so my internet, even though you've literally known me, he can't get out of this one.
It doesn't matter. You're just gonna.
Oh, keep digging that hole.
Hold on.
Oh, I don't have anyone to raid today.
Hold on.
Maybe I'll let
I can at
you-
least do that.
Don't, I'm gonna die. Oh, God. I might just let you guys go wherever you want to go today. I'm gonna let you guys figure it out today.
Don't make me do a sherry. I'll do...
Just watch out, guys. He's crazy. He's got a hold of the...
It's like...
It'd be really weird if any of his family was named Lunos. That'd be very... Oh, what happened? Why did he get deleted?
That's the problem. If I time out one person, it like deletes every message.
It does.
I don't know. Why.
It also immediately does it for like 600 seconds.
What?
Yes, the wind got him. He just blew away. Him and everything he said blew away.
Oh no. What was that? It
I
was
like
the
how
wind.
I still do hand movements. Okay.
Okay.
It's one of those, it's like every time I'm like talking, I'll like do hand movements. I'm doing hand movements like with my fingers, like he's being blown away with my hand. Not that you guys can fucking see it.
So what you're saying is we need to get you that rig where everything animates.
I didn't have the hand movements so you guys can see. Yeah. No, that takes a lot of work.
I'm sure that's really cheap and easy to procure, right? And totally simple to set up. And definitely can work with a 2D model and does not require a 3D model.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Actually, there is stuff there. The phone will read your hands, too. You just have to have a webcam for your hands. And there is a way to rig a model to do hands. To have hands show.
Figure it'd be easy.
It is a thing. There is some people that have it. Very few, but there is some. All right.
Okay.
Well, I am just gonna let you guys go. I'm just gonna. This wind blows. Oh no, he's blown right back into chat.
Let's see. Ooh, look, a permaban.
No, you are not allowed to do that. You're gonna be in big trouble. Oh man. Alright, thank you everyone for being here today, though. I'm gonna let you guys figure out wherever you're gonna go. I'm just gonna end stream. I'm just gonna be done.
Yeah, it does not. I don't know. It just says timeout. It doesn't tell me how long the timeouts are for.
Yeah, you have to like do something special to timeout, right? It's fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, we're gonna head off and feed ourselves food.
Not sure what yet.
But it was fun. It was a fun little Valentine's Day fun time trying to figure out who was cheating with who.
Hey, one of them wasn't cheating.
One of them wasn't cheating.
It was just, hey, update, they have a kid.
Update. A child, which was good. Because we really thought it was going to be something weird, like someone had divorced someone in that time period and married. But
married their immediate cousin. It's like, oh no.
No, it's just the one lady was pregnant last time and she had the baby because we're dum-dums and didn't think about that right away. But it's fine. But thank you everyone for being here today, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Bye!
Bye.